Welcome to today's JOWP podcast episode. Today I'm joined with the usual Deven and Tyler. And we're also joined by Jose today.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Yeah, he's finally not sick.
True. We've got a, as you can tell from the title, we got a special 3x3 episode again. We got the cartoon 3x3 today. But also, one first thing, as in the description of this video and for the videos prior coming out after this one as well, there will be a poll down there below as well for the Jowp award show. Make sure you guys vote down for that one. That award show will be coming out September 15th, I believe, is the
like
Thursday.
Yeah. It's like the 1 year.
Something like that. So make sure you guys vote for that. Looking forward to that.
Who's
All
that?
right, so
Who's that go first?
Stick the same order we always go, and Devin go first.
I should go first. All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Welcome back to my good at list. You know, I won last 3x3, so I'm willing to win this one again. You guys want me to name them all, or how do you want me to do this?
We can just do it the same way we always do.
I'll do it. All right.
Yeah.
So for my first show I want to talk about, we all know it. It's the GOAT. We have Teen Titans, the original, the one that aired in Cartoon Network when we were kids and we woke up Saturday morning.
Yeah.
We have fond memories of Beast Boy getting down bad for 2 girls, Robin getting his ass kicked every episode by Slade.
Yeah.
Just
Did you say you sleep on the episode, Jose? Not episode, the show.
the show.
Yeah.
You sleep on Teen Titans?
Oh,
You don't like it?
dude. I remember
Have you
watching
seen it?
Yeah, I remember watching it.
Have you, Tyler?
I most fondly remember. I just remember the movie the most.
Oh yeah, the movie The Slime Monster, and they're like
Where they go to Japan?
yeah, Japan, yeah,
Dude,
Japan.
the movie was awesome. I love that movie.
But yeah, move on. My next
You gonna
show.
move on that quickly?
I don't know what else we want to talk about. Teen Titans, bro. It's Teen Titans.
That's
Everyone knows
fine.
Teen
I'm
Titans.
sure someone else has it in the list. Let's
Yeah,
talk
let's say
about it.
we
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next show, I really love this show. It's a big part of my childhood. It's Ben 10. You know,
All right.
Venison Tennyson.
Venison Tennyson. I really loved his concept. His ability to transform to alien. I love it. I know every alien by heart. I know all their names, all their abilities, all their passive abilities. I love it. I love that nigga.
Who's your favorite alien?
My favorite alien. I think it's a cross between. I really like
Echo and Accelerate.
No, I mean that's like Omniverse, but
Omniverse.
yeah, Omniverse is Echo, and that nigga's broken.
Yeah,
But,
Echo's crazy.
Yeah, Echo is crazy, but I really like Upgrade. Upgrade's kind of slept upon.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna say Upchuck.
Oh, I mean Upchuck.
He said up. So
Nah,
like,
Upgrade's kind of
Upgrade's the nigga who's like white and has the codes
He's white
on
with
his...
the black and the
Yeah,
green.
yeah,
that
He can
dude's
go into
cool.
any
He
technology.
can go any
and control it.
technology.
Yeah.
And he can also upgrade the technology. So he goes to like
Yes.
a basic phone, he can make it like an iPhone.
Yeah.
Hence his name.
Yeah, upgrade is crazy.
Yeah, Upgrade's pretty cool. I'm trying to think of another alien that I really like. They're all pretty even in my head.
You don't have like an alien. You're like, this alien sucks.
You don't like the swamp monster?
I think the only one I think that kind of sucks in his original 10 is kind of Stinkfly. Stinkfly is kind of
Ripjaw's good, but he's literally only water. If he's out of the water,
he's out of the
out.
water. Yeah,
Like
Stinkfly.
because he can't breathe out of water.
Yeah,
So he has to be in the water.
Stinkfly and Ripjaw are definitely like the outliers.
I'd say Ripjaw's worse actually. I think Stinkfly's actually pretty good.
I mean, he has that acid ability, but
Well, and he can fly.
and he can fly. Yeah, but he has aliens that can fly already, like Heat Blast and.
Well, Heat Blast can't innately fly. He can
mean, but
fly
he-
with Heat Blast. There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's still
It's the
flying
same
though.
thing, though.
Might as well be
No,
same
because
thing.
Stinkfly has wings. Heat Blast has to like shoot the fire and stuff like that, which
Okay.
can cause destruction.
Stinkfly has to
He
fly
also
his
he
wings.
also like can do the rock thing where he has the molten rock and he can use that to propel himself.
Doesn't matter.
But it causes destruction for the flying.
I
guess.
thought Upchuck kind of sucked. You
Yeah.
guys like Upchuck? You Robin with Upchuck?
I mean, I was talking about the original Ben 10,
I don't know who Upchuck is.
but I know
Know
you're
who
talking
Upchuck
about.
is?
I mean, you can eat things and then like.
Yeah, but I can't think. I know the name. I just can't think of it.
I mean, he eats
He's
things.
like the little midget thing who eats everything. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and then he bombs it
Yeah.
out, and it's like a bomb. I mean, it's a, pretty,
Yeah.
it's a decent ability. It's better than his one alien that's called the Worst.
Nah.
He has an alien called the Worst.
What show was this from? Is
That's
this from
from-
Alien Force?
That's from some newer show, but
That's probably why I don't know it.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it from like the new Ben 10 remake?
it's not from the newest Ben 10 remake. It's like it goes Ben 10,
Alien,
Omni-
it's
yeah.
Alien Force. then
no,
Omni-
Omniverse. Yeah, I think it's from Omniverse.
Omniverse is crazy. They introduced so many freaking aliens in Omniverse.
Yeah, the nigga. That's where most of his power scaling comes from.
Exactly.
It's crazy. He has crazy aliens in that one. But
I thought all his power scaling comes from Ultimate Alien.
it's from both.
Oh, I forgot about Ultimate Alien. Because Alien Force, then Ultimate Alien.
Yeah.
Then Omniverse.
Yeah.
Because Omniverse is like the one where they changed the art style a little bit.
I think so. They kind of bleed in my head.
Well, I'm pretty sure it goes like because like it's Ben 10, then Alien Force, then Ultimate Alien, and that's like him growing up. And then Omniverse was like a remaster. Not remaster.
Nah,
yeah,
he
they
put the
redid it.
OG Benton though. So
But
you
yeah, I
can't
put the.
talk
That's what I'm
about
saying. I put the OG because that's my favorite.
Yeah, I put OG as well.
After that, I was like, this is alright, but it ain't the same. But yeah. To move on to my next cartoon, I have Gravity Falls.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We knew this was gonna be a Deven list.
Yeah, Gravity Falls is really, it's really good in my opinion. It's one of their newer shows. I mean, I guess it's not that new. I don't know what year it came out, but
I think 2015.
2015.
No, it came out
2011
in, like,
actually.
No, it came out in like 2007 or 2008.
What are you on about? I didn't know. What did it actually?
Yeah, look it up. It was like late zeros or maybe 10 at the latest, but it ended in like 2014,
2012. Tyler Lie.
Yeah, I was saying
That's when
no
it came out?
shout. I was like no shot, Tyler,
I
because
said 2011.
First episode date June 15,
I was
2012. Tyler Lie.
Man,
I
it's
was
not
like,
lying. I
what
could've
are you
sworn I
on
was-
about, dude?
No, I could have sworn I was in like elementary school or something, but I guess I wasn't.
Nah, I
I
definitely remember.
mean, you
I guess I
kind
would've
of
been,
were. Yeah, you were fifth
Okay, so I
grade.
just
2012.
misremembered. That's not a lie. It's a misremember.
What 2012? I mean, we would have been in 6th grade. We
No,
would've been-
Well,
fifth grade.
2013
is when-
that's summer 2012, so it would have been right after 5th grade.
yeah.
So that's probably why I was thinking.
Yeah, you're going. We were going into middle school.
Yeah, that's probably why I was thinking after middle school. or
Would you
before.
would you consider yourself a middle schooler in that period or an elementary
I had this
schooler?
discussion with my brother, like, if you're in the summer, because he's in the summer before freshman year, so I'm like, are you really in high school or are you still just in middle school? And he's like, well, I graduated middle school. I'm like, you didn't have a graduation ceremony, so you're not technically graduated from middle school.
Yeah. I mean, my mindset was like, since I was in the summer, I was already technically in that grade.
My mindset was always like,
That's also
I'm there when I'm there.
yeah. That's also because like
Yeah.
the after school activities thing I did, I was like, yeah, I'm basically in middle school now. You know me. But, well, I don't know what my point was bringing that up, but Gravity Falls is really good in my opinion. I really like the story. I rewatched it dozens of times. I really like the villain. The villain is like
Yeah.
all-time villains. He's in my
Bill
top.
Cipher.
Bill Cipher. He's in my top 5. Maybe I don't know. He maybe scratches top 5.
Did you hear Gravity Falls might be coming back?
It's not coming.
I
back,
did
though.
see
Next
that.
year.
It's not like
It's not confirmed,
it's
but
not
it's
gonna
just like
be the,
talk.
well, it's also like not be the original creator. It's like a how Ben 10 came back. It's kind of like that type of thing.
Well, I
I
heard that the
will-
original creator, he won't be like actively doing it, but he'll have a say.
So
Because
I think
like
it's the
his
same with
story.
Ben 10.
Is it like
well, no,
a remake?
Ben 10, I don't think he
He
had
doesn't
a
have
say.
a say at all.
I don't
thought
think
he
so.
did.
He sold the rights to Cartoon Network.
But I thought
pretty
he
sure.
like draws the like how like Toriyama does for Dragon Ball. He's like, I'll draw stuff for you, and like they're
Oh,
not like
I don't,
draw.
I don't think
it,
that's like a say. I think it's just like they say like, hey, let's draw this, and he's like, okay.
I don't mean like draw. I mean like he gives them idea for an alien and they use it.
You think
type
it's,
thing.
you
No,
think-
I wouldn't really consider that a say though, because that's just like that's like a character say. Whereas like I'm talking about like storyboarding.
In the story.
Yeah. Because I think that he'll have a say.
If he's
I can
gonna have a
remember, I
say
saw,
in the
like-
story, he might as well just make the story. I don't want to have him just have a say in it. Have
Well,
him someone,
it's- yeah,
have a say
I
in it is
agree, I
such a like a weird way of saying he's allowed to talk, but like we're not gonna really use his opinions that much.
Well, it's like he made the show. I never understood that because they made the show the way it is. They made it as popular as it is. Why would you not have them come back if they're willing?
Because his story ended. If you watch Gravity Falls, it's over.
No, yeah, the story, but well, it said see you next summer, so it's debate about whether it was actually over. Or
Yeah,
it was just
but
that first half.
Alex Hirsch has said like he doesn't want to continue the story.
Yeah.
Like he might continue the story in like other mediums, like
Yeah.
the books and little Easter eggs he does here and there. But he said like the Gravity Falls story is over, at least in his opinion. And that's why I kind of like deep down I would want it to continue because I love the story so much. And in my opinion, it's really short. It's only 2 seasons. I think it's only like 24 episodes in total.
Something like that.
Yeah,
No, I thought it
is
was-
two.
I thought it was
it
3
is 2
seasons.
seasons.
No,
it's two
It's 2 seasons. It's super short.
Mhm.
And deep down, I would like it to continue, but like I get if you drag it out too long, it might like ruin it. And if Alex Hirsch isn't a part of it, I don't want it because that man he knows what he wanted for the story, and he's the reason why the story was so good as it was.
And I'll say not just a part of it. He has to like make it. I don't want to be like he has a say, but no, I don't want his say. I want him
I
writing
want him directing and doing everything.
He has to control it.
I've been following him on Twitter and other things he does, and he's a pretty cool guy. He made a whole Bill Cipher statue, put it out in the world, and made people like go for a witch hunt for it. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
It's actually 40 episodes.
It's 40 episodes?
That's why I thought it was 30.
20 each season?
So it's 2020?
20 each season. But it said it was like a 4-year span, so I think it was like...
Spaced out?
Spaced out.
It was like season 1 ran for 2 years.
For 2 years, and then season 2 ran for 2 years.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it
makes sense, because it wasn't like a weekly thing.
Because I was like, 24 seems way short. Because I thought 3, because I was like, if it's 12 per, then 36. And like 36 seemed right for the amount of episodes, but 24 seemed way too short.
Because I'm pretty sure it ran
Which
for
40
like,
is still short.
It was like one episode a month almost, it felt like. Because it felt like
yeah, because they would barely
for a while.
release episodes,
Yeah.
Especially in season 2. Like, they
spaced season 2 out so much.
Yeah,
they're like one episode, like, okay, 3-month break. And we're like, bro, release the next episode.
Yeah. But yeah, the season finale is super good. I just loved everything about it. The mystery aspect, I like all the little codes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just a good show in general.
When it's a good show to rewatch too, because like you said, the Easter eggs, you pick up on so much stuff in the earlier episodes that are in the background from later episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's really cool because like you could tell that he really had everything planned out for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. You know, like I said, there's books, there's little shorts that he made. There's so much on the world. There's an axolotl god that prophesizes that Bill Cipher might come back. It's so cool. I love everything about it. But
actually, this morning I saw a TikTok about the axolotl thing where in Bill Cipher's death, if you reverse it, he like
called out in the show he called out to the axolotl god. In the book, the axolotl god prophesizes that Bill Cipher will return. It's so cool. Like,
because like the thing is like that book, the Alex Hirsch is like book not canon except that one part is canon.
Why?
It's so funny.
I mean, I would be happy if he came back.
I would too. I love the
show.
I love.
It would be cool seeing them like actually like kind of grown up a little bit.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty fun. Because they were just like kids.
13 or 14
or some shit.
It would be a cool concept. Just like I want Alex Hirsch a part of the experience.
Exactly.
If he wants to do it, then I want it. If he doesn't, then don't do it.
Yeah, I don't want to force him to do them. Yeah. To move on to my next show. This is a show that I have a love-hate relationship with. I grew up loving it. In later years, I came to find it kind of meh now, and it's Rick and Morty. Y'all heard me rant about the show already, but I'll restate it. In the first 3 seasons, I fell in love with it. I loved everything about it. In a recent, they're on season 5 now, the past 2 seasons, while I still watched them and I still digested them, they just aren't the same. They seem kind of formulaic now, and they seem just not as creative as the earlier seasons as they used to be. The final season of season 5 was interesting, and does have my hopes for season 6, so I want to see what they go from there. I'm not that putting spoilers out there, but the final season, the final episode of the final season was pretty cool.
I thought Rick and Morty was still going. This is the final season?
Oh no, I said final. I meant the last season. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
have they done the Cthulhu thing yet?
No, not yet.
Because it's always like in the intro, and I'm like, I want to see this thing, but I've never seen it.
They said they would do it eventually, but no, the last season final episode was pretty cool. They do something where like this shatters like everything. So I'm really hoping that season 6 is like a redemption arc for Rick and Morty.
It could be,
but
I'm not caught up with Rick and Morty.
They like diverted to Solar Opposites, so like this shit ass, and they want to go back to Rick and Morty.
People like Solar Opposites though. It has good ratings.
I've heard a lot of bad things about it.
I actually watched like an episode or 2. It's kind of funny. I actually kind of like it.
You can find bad reviews.
I've only seen bad reviews.
You can do that for like almost, especially nowadays when everyone wants to hate on stuff. You can find that very often. Yeah.
I feel like I've only seen maybe one good review of Solar Opposites, and that was like the first episode. Sorry, I didn't mean to repeat.
No, you're good. I didn't have much to say about it because I've ranted about Rick and Morty so much, and I'm tired of repeating myself. I just want Rick and Morty to come back stronger than ever. I miss it.
You should watch Solar Opposites, Deven, and see if it's like.
I've seen like 2 or 3 episodes as a person. It's pretty funny. It's not the same, but it's pretty funny. I thought about just binging it out.
It's only one season, right?
I don't know.
I think it's 2 right now. Either 2 or 3.
But it's short form. It's not
Yeah,
that bad. Yeah.
I'm lazy when it comes to shows.
We know.
I have to be motivated to watch something. But we'll move on to my next show.
Yeah.
We'll move on to my next show. It's Chowder.
All right.
You
Dude, no, come on.
Grown man put Chowder on it.
This is a cartoon 3x3. This is okay. This is an amalgamation.
I don't care.
Chowder's
This is
your
my
champion?
childhood.
Chowder's
You
your
take the
champion?
moon and you take the sun. You
Chowder's-
take everything that seems like fun.
The theme
Stop
doesn't
this
help you.
crap. You got them all up, and when it's done, no, Chowder. I grew up watching Chowder. I love Chowder.
I think my actual opinion is Chowder was the downfall. It's like the point that marks the downfall.
No, it's not. Chowder has such good reviews. Chowder is literally
no, the
ranked-
randomness of Chowder led to things like Uncle Grandpa and We Bare Bears.
Yes.
What are you on about? Its comedy was so good. It had
I'm not saying
had
no, I'm
fourth
not
wall
saying,
breaks.
I'm not saying it's
it had,
bad. I say that's the point where everything started going downhill. Was after Chowder was released.
What are you on about? You know what came after?
Okay, Tyler's not saying Chowder
I'm not saying
is
itself
bad.
is bad. I'm
He's saying because of what
the
Chowder
popularity
did.
of like what Chowder was very random and obscure, and that I'm not saying that was bad. That was good. I like Chowder. However, people try to copy that aspect, which led to things like We Bare Bears, Uncle Grandpa, all that stuff.
Yeah, but those shows are lazy. Chowder was precise with his randomness.
Okay,
It had-
I'm not saying
no,
it's
it was.
bad.
It was form. It was.
I'm saying this. The format of randomness led to bad things.
I see what you mean.
That's what led to the downfall of Cartoon
But,
Network, in my
yeah.
opinion.
the comedic timing, the fourth wall, but it's everything about the show and its comedic value. It's so good. Like I know y'all want to hate on it, maybe Gabe wants to hate on it, but rewatch certain jokes. Their jokes land so perfectly and they're so good.
I agree.
I mean, good reviews from who? I think it has a 7.4 on IMDb.
That's
That
all you
ain't
need.
good.
That's all you
That
need.
ain't good.
It's good. Shut up, bro.
Definitely ain't bad though.
The characters like Mundum. Oh, that's Mundum. I can't even say his name. Is it Mundal?
Yeah.
It's been
Wait,
so
you've
long.
seen Chowder too, Jose?
Yeah, I used to watch Chowder a lot, yeah.
You
Chowder-
like it?
I thought it was alright.
Of course.
good, bro.
That,
It's
that
good.
doesn't help your case.
I don't care, bro. It's good.
Well, I like Chowder.
Mundal, Schnitzel, the whole cast is so good, and they all play off of one another so well. Schnitzel doesn't even have a speaking line.
He says schnitzel.
He just,
No, he says Rada Rada.
yeah, he says rada
He
rada.
says rada rada. That's
He doesn't say.
And every time
Schnitzel.
he says rada rada, everyone's like, "Let's go!" He said
It's
that.
like, what do you think? Schnitzel? He's like Rada Rada
Rada rada, and everyone's like,
It's my champion. It's my champion.
"Nah, like the show's good."
I don't know about goated.
I wouldn't say goated. I say it's good.
It's good. It
I
is,
absolutely despise Chowder.
it's why?
It's so bad. I watched the show.
What do you
The
want?
show sucks so bad.
Whoa.
I hated watching Chowder. Talking about randomness, who did it right? We'll get to that. I'm sure we'll get to
No,
that.
they're not-
Randomness done right is. There's another show who does it way better.
The show is so self-aware. To say it doesn't do it right is
Yeah,
wrong.
there's another show who's self-aware too, and I'll get to that show too.
But whatever.
Move on.
I'm not gonna debate with you this. Another show that y'all might hate. I don't know. I grew up liking it. It's sort of weird, but it's Invader Zim.
I think that's not a hot take.
That's not a hot take.
I don't know. I don't know if
Invader
people.
Zim's like the number one.
I don't know how people
cartoon
feel
all time.
about Invader Zim.
No, everyone loves Invader
Everyone,
Zim.
people actually cockright Invader Zim.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
like
that.
hard, yeah.
Because I like everyone. So I rewatched some of the older episodes, and like it is sort of weird here and there. It has some weird creative choices, but I grew up watching it. I think this is okay. No, that's one of my one or two only Nickelodeon choices. I didn't grow up watching Nicktoons or Nickelodeon all too much, but I did every time Invader Zim did come on. That's when I tuned into Nicktoons. I really like Invader Zim. Zim is such a funny character. I like the story, like how he's basically just a social outcast and he's dumb, but he thinks he's the best. Reminds me of someone. I want that name him, but definitely not myself. But I love the guy. Gert is super funny. His rival, Dib, hilarious. His father, the scientist, funny. I like the whole show.
Yeah, I thought it was cool seeing like the adult themes in Invader Zim. Like as I got older, because like the more I would watch it when I was like, cause when I was younger, it was just like almost like a slapstick type comedy. Like I would only notice the surface level things, and then as I grew up and I'd watch it more and more, I'm like, huh, like
Yeah, there's
this
certain
means
themes,
this, and this
yeah.
means like it's like there's certain themes that you grow to learn. You learn as you grow up, and it's pretty cool seeing that. I love shows that do that, which is
They're tying like little adult themes in there. Yeah, I like that too. I don't really have much to say about Invader Zim. I just remember I grew up watching it a lot, and I just love all the humor. I love everything about it. I think there was a movie.
Yeah, Enter the Form, something like that.
Yeah.
It was on Netflix.
What was it about? What was the movie about?
Enter the Gungeon.
Enter the Floopworm.
What was it about? Do you remember?
You don't remember all the hype around it?
I can't remember what it was about. It's just online.
didn't
The only
see
thing
it.
I remember is the Xmas. I remember the Xmas video.
I didn't watch it.
But, oh, you didn't watch it?
I
Okay.
just know it was
You didn't know his name. Okay, thank you, Jose. What would I do without you? Alright, but
the movie.
I guess I'll move on since I don't have much to say about Invader Zim. This one, I consider, you know, it's the godfather of, you know, cartoons. It's the guy. It's SpongeBob. Like,
Okay.
you can't have a cartoon 3x3 and not put SpongeBob
Yes,
in
you
there.
can.
You
You
definitely
definitely,
No, you
you
can't.
most
Definitely
definitely
can.
can.
No,
you
you
most
can't.
definitely
When we're talking about
can.
cartoons, SpongeBob is the guy. He is the guy. He's him.
No, you most definitely can have a cartoon.
He is
3x3
him,
without
Tyler.
putting
I don't see
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob on my three.
You don't see any other cartoon having a like
Simpsons?
his cock down our throat like SpongeBob does.
Simpsons?
Simpsons
Did we
was
dick ride
pretty huge.
Simpsons?
No.
I mean, like,
We- we
especially
don't-
our
we don't-
generation.
We don't ride SpongeBob
Yes, we
either.
do.
Simpsons has
every meme, bro. Every
Simpsons just like
Every-
the thing. It's like Simpsons predicted this. Simpsons predicted that. That's like
that was
the
like
thing
that was like
everyone
early
talks
2000s,
about.
bro. Hop.
I don't think you understand how many things reference the Simpsons that you don't know because you haven't seen the Simpsons.
No, I've seen the Simpsons. I've seen
all of them. Because it's like
I've run up
so
to-
many episodes.
I watched up to season 25. I don't know what they're on now.
So you should know that like a lot of people reference the
I
Simpsons
know.
a lot. They just don't give it credit. Like SpongeBob gets the credit of being referenced.
No,
Simpsons
that's
doesn't get credit.
Simpsons and Futurama is why people think Matt Groening is like from the future.
I know.
he predicts
I've seen up
everything.
to. I don't know what.
But when you have like fucking 40
I
seasons,
think
they're
yeah,
gonna
they're on
predict
40
something.
now.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's weird because like some things like Trump down the escalator and like that
Yeah,
entire
I saw
episode,
that.
everything was exactly like verbatim
verbatim.
pictures from 20 years later.
Yeah,
It
which
was
is
pretty
crazy.
weird.
I remember when I came back from I'm trying to remember. I used to record The Simpsons because I can. It always came on at night or during the day, I think, and I was always at school, so I used to record it. My mom was like, "Why do you have like 40 like million episodes of The Simpsons on a recording, bro? I want to watch like Atlanta or some shit." I'm like, I don't know. I like The Simpsons.
Atlanta?
I don't know. I was like,
Yeah, the Donald Glover show.
dude,
Oh, I see.
I'm like, bro, I'm trying to watch my show, bro. Like, leave me alone. I really like The Simpsons, but I think SpongeBob's just the goat. He's the goat. SpongeBob, you just saying that SpongeBob's not the goat is kind of crazy.
Yes, you could say.
I didn't say he's not the GOAT. I'm just saying you can make a cartoon 3 right there without putting SpongeBob.
No, man.
I'll say he has a GOAT argument. He may not be my GOAT, but he has a GOAT argument for sure.
Okay.
That's like saying like you can't make an anime 3x3 without Dragon Ball. Yeah, you can.
Or
You
like
most
anything in the
definitely
big three.
can.
You
That's
can.
what I'm saying. Like you can.
Yeah.
You most definitely can.
Yeah.
But
okay.
they have GOAT arguments.
They
for
have
sure.
good arguments for all of them. So it's
I
like
guess, yeah. I just you can rewatch any of those older episodes and you just have a good time.
My
There's-
problem with SpongeBob is like you said, like the order, like basically 1 through 3, seasons 1 through 3 are phenomenal, and then it just started like.
it's
going
definitely
straight
longer than
downhill.
season 3. It's definitely like
I don't know.
No.
I don't know when season.
SpongeBob? Yeah, it does.
It's definitely.
It doesn't
long.
fall off after season 3. It
I'm
goes
not saying
farther
it's a
than that.
steep fall off, but it starts like over time just
I
getting
wouldn't
worse.
say it's season 3. That's too early. I think it maybe season 6 or 7
Yeah,
is
it
when
would-
it starts going down. Because 1 through 6 is still solid.
I mean, you have your hidden gems, but I think just from when I was watching, just remember when I remember watching it when I was younger, it like just wasn't. It at a certain point it started going downhill.
Because isn't SpongeBob still going? How many
Yes.
seasons does it have?
13.
13.
And season 3 was in 2004. That's when season 3 aired. It's 2004. So it's
2004. I mean, it's not about when it was airing, because obviously reruns will still
yeah,
come on.
reruns and all that.
But like, I'm pretty sure season 6 is like, is where it starts to fall off.
Oh, this is the snail race episode, season. This is
Which one?
season 3.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. But no, I can rewatch any of the older episodes. I can tell you verbatim the lines. Like, it's so good. So many references, so many memes. But
Right.
it's definitely
Also, another thing, the old episodes of SpongeBob, adult themes. Like, there's a lot of things that you don't recognize when you're younger.
organized. Yeah, true.
Yeah, like him watching porn and Gary came in.
He's a Gary.
He's like,
What number are you on? 6?
Yeah, I have 2 more.
Oh yeah.
2.
Okay. Yeah, 6.
7.
He has a vacant spot. He has to think of on the fly.
No, I know what I'm putting up against, but this next choice, this is something. I'm just gonna say it's Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
Tom and Jerry is really good in my opinion. I watched every movie that Tom and Jerry ever had. I had so many of their merchandise when I was younger. Every time it came on, I was like, let's go, Tom and Jerry. I can't wait to see that cat get beat the shit out of by this dog. Like, let's go. All my homies hate Tom, bro.
You hated Tom?
No, I didn't hate Tom. But
I was like, I hated Jerry, bro.
I didn't hate either one of them.
Jerry's just a menace.
Because Jerry was the ops. We didn't mess with the ops.
I didn't hate either one. I just like them. I just like the rivalry.
It's like Tom was just doing his thing, and then Jerry pulls up.
Tom was doing his job.
Yeah, like, Tom was looking doing his job.
There's so many times where Tom's just asleep, and Jerry's like, thanks him on the head.
Remember
Tom's like, bro.
Remember like Jerry's cousin, like the
yeah.
I was like, bro. Tom was actually chilling then, and his cousin like showed up and started punching him. I'm like, bruh, he didn't do that.
No, Tom and Jerry is one of those you can definitely put goat status on.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my goat. I had I can't remember what the movie is. I think it's like The Amazing Race, right? They had like that giant race.
That one was crazy.
That one was crazy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dude, I don't think Tom and Jerry has bad episodes.
They don't.
Honestly.
That's why I put it in there.
Every other cartoon, I could be like, yeah, there's an episode. I'd be like, you could leave that episode maybe. But I don't think Tom and Jerry had that. For as long as it went, it was all good.
My mornings were actually spent watching Tom and Jerry, especially I didn't I stopped till like high school because I used to like rewatch the episodes on like YouTube and all that. I love Tom and Jerry, and I want to main them in multiverses as soon as I buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for my final choice, I think I'm gonna go with Codename Kid Next Door.
Yeah, I agree. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I have a lot of Cartoon Network choices. I grew up watching Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
Cartoon Network was the goat. That's my goat.
Okay.
And Codename, oh my god, Codename Kid Next Door. I really like it. I really like the premise of these kids being like spies and just beating up these adults. You know, some of the adults were just kind of doing their job as well. They're just chilling.
A lot of the
some of them were
chilling.
Like the spank guy. The guy was like,
the toilet guy.
No, he was chilling.
No, he wasn't.
He was a loser.
He was a super villain. He was a super villain.
Not a super villain.
He was their super villain.
He was literally
their super villain.
He was a loser.
He was literally in the League of Villains, like their League of Villains.
Yeah, and the League of Villains hated that nigga. They didn't think he deserved to be there.
That was a loser, but he's still like,
yeah, but he's still there.
Toilets and shit, like.
Dude, I think there was an actual episode where he was just there, and they're like, "What are you doing this time?" He's like, "Bruh, I'm actually doing nothing."
Yeah, like the Powerpuff Girls doing Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, like Powerpuff Girls like broke into jail. Mojo Jojo was just chilling. They beat the fuck out of him. He's in jail. Like, there's always those episodes, but he literally like would clog the sewers and shit. Like,
yeah,
he's not a good guy. He's not just chilling all the time.
I guess he was more of a nuisance of anything.
No, he was like a gag character, I think. But he's still a villain. But he was a gag villain for them. They were like, it's the toilet guy.
It's the toilet guy. Kill him, my bro. They used to beat the dog shit out of that guy. Like they'll fight some people and they're like, all right, he's done. And no, there was
some people that just like throw a rope on him and take him into the police, and then some people they're like
dog shit.
They're like 5v1 dudes, and they're just like.
But no, the premise of the show is super good. The whole team, the whole main cast is pretty good. I like to have acronyms for every single thing, like lemon.
And then it shows it. Lemon. Codename Lemon. And it pops down and it shows it.
Yeah, and you have like memes like RDC Road where they recreated their own version. They have like handles any nigga disrespecting shit. I love hands. Yeah. I love it. The father is a good villain.
He's a good villain. Yeah.
The father was crazy. Was he like the uncle? Like, who's he related to? One?
It was
who was he related?
It was like one's uncle, yeah, because like one's dad was like the original one,
yeah,
and then he grew up, and then when you grow up, you like forget everything.
Yeah.
That movie where they restored the old guys.
Oh yeah.
I remember. I forget their name.
I remember what you're talking about. I remember what you're talking about. I just don't remember like what the name was. It was like all of the kids, their parents were the numbers that they were.
Yeah, that they were. Yeah.
I thought it was the children, father's children, that they were like secret agents or something.
Oh yeah, like they're like sleeper agents, aren't they? Or like
no, because it's the 5 that were always clumped together. Yeah. And then they were actually like, Kid Next Doors. They weren't sleeper agents. They were like infiltrating father's organization.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Then how they become that? I forgot. Aren't they sleeper agents?
Like no, I don't think they're sleeper agents.
Yeah, I thought they were sleeper agents.
Because they were like, oh my god, we're turning back.
We're like, oh my god.
They're like getting pulled together.
Oh.
I think so. I can't remember.
Maybe father like.
Oh, okay. There are definitely some villains that were bugging, like that Spankla guy. He's spanking kids. It's kind of weird, bro.
Well, I thought
Yeah, it's kind of.
one thing I liked about Kid Next Door though is like it's the same thing why I like. Not why I like Teen Titans, but it's something I like about Teen Titans when they have different branches too. You don't just have the main cast. So like you had 1 through 5, and you had all the different numbers.
Yeah.
And they all have like their own branches and stuff. Like
Yeah.
Teen Titans, you have like the East, the West, and all that stuff.
They had like an Arizona branch, and their tree was just like giant cactus.
Exactly. Like,
I was like, bro.
it was just cool seeing like all the the world building going on.
Yeah,
there.
they had like the giant moon base. I think one was take control of that, and he was like, "Nah, family. I like my family."
He's like dumb.
Yeah, it was really cool. I loved Codename Kids Next Door.
Okay.
Man, yeah, that's my 3x3.
Do you have any
Honorable.
Yeah.
Yes, I had so many. This last spot, I could put
I
anything
was
here.
waiting for Gabe to ask me.
Because I made a list. I was like, there's so many S tier shows. I didn't want to make this just a list of S tier shows. I wanted to be my show. These shows that I grew up with. These shows that I think are goated.
Yeah.
But there's so many. Like I want to put the Batman the animated series in here. I want to put the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in this. I want to put Static Shock in it. You know, you got your obvious choices like Adventure Time, regular show, Amazing World Gumball, and you know I loved all those shows. Like they're not me. They're not who define. They don't define who I am. But yeah, that's about it.
Guess I can go next then, and then we'll go Jose. We'll just go like in this order.
Okay.
End on timer. Yeah, it's Serpentine. Alright. Oh, I'll go in this order instead. So my list, first one I got Ben 10, of course, because he's the GOAT. But since he already said Ben 10, and I assume you also have the original Ben 10, I'll go with Alien Force, and I'll talk about how I like the Alien Force, because I think Alien Force is kind of underrated in the Ben 10 verse, because everyone seems to talk about like OG Ben 10 and then like the Omniverse and Ultimate Alien.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people forget that Alien Force was actually kind of goated too. You have the Kevin 11 origins come from Alien Force, and I think the whole Kevin 11 arc in Alien Force is just really good. It's one of the better arcs in the Ben 10 verse.
Yeah.
And then Kevin as a character is just really cool too. How he just later joins the group. You know, classic anime trope. You know, they beat him and he joins the group.
Yeah, he's weaker, but
And then yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's weaker, but like his powers are fucking dope.
Yeah, he's still kind of.
he's still
He turns
dope,
into anything he touches. That's fucking
yeah, but
cool.
the same nigga was like he was on par. He was like 1v1ing Ben every episode.
Okay,
Now
Ben
he's
also
like,
got stronger. Like he's
Yeah,
the
Ben
MC.
did get stronger.
He
yeah.
got
Yeah,
way
he did,
stronger.
yeah, he
Like
did.
Ben would have no diffed younger Ben. Like it's just
Yeah.
is what it is.
And then like Kevin starts dating Gwen. They have like a cool little dynamic, which also I didn't really realize.
Oh,
What?
sorry. I thought about a meme from that. Like,
Yeah, the car one.
Like, no.
Like a cheated car. Hey, finish. No, I don't think I will.
I see I made it. Funny you said it, but it's such a good
made a
meme.
mistake of some kind.
Yeah. But like I didn't even notice until like a while, like until I got older, that like Ben and Gwen have the same face. They're just different hair. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, they are siblings.
And then, well, yeah, but like it's like the exact same face. You just change the hair and lips.
Oh, is that really all it
Yeah.
is? Oh, that's crazy.
Like if you look at Ben, give him Gwen's lips, it's Gwen.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
If I were to have I gotta think an alien from Alien Force that I like. I know Alien X is from Alien Force, but I don't really like Alien X that much.
Yeah, isn't
I'm looking.
Isn't Humongousaur in Alien Force, or is he
Yeah.
after that?
I think he's because what it is Alien Force and Ultimate Alien have the same aliens.
Yeah.
And there's Ultimate adds some more, but the main
Yeah.
change is like
Yeah.
all the aliens have more.
there's like
Ultimate
Spider
form.
Monkey, Humongousaur.
I'll
Yeah.
go Swampfire. I think
Swampfire
was
was
my
cool.
favorite.
Yeah, he was.
Swampfire
pretty
was
cool.
really cool.
I like the nigga who had the wings. I can't remember who that one
Oh,
was.
you talking about the blue guy?
The moth.
Yeah,
He was
the
like
guy.
frost breath. He's like.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I almost said big chill. I almost said big chill.
Something chill. It's
I think
something,
it
It's
is
something
Big Chill.
chill, and he could like fly through walls.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah,
he was
pretty
my
dope.
favorite.
He was pretty cool.
He was the goat for real. Let me see if I
Yeah.
can find
Oh, his name is Big Chill.
It's
Yeah.
Big Chill.
It's called Big Chill.
I'm Big Chillin'.
Big Chill. Dang, bro, that's like a rapper's name. Big Chill.
I think was it Spider Monkey was pretty cool too.
Spider Monkey was one of my favorites. Spider Monkey and Swampfire were pretty cool. Swampfire was like Heat Blast, which is better.
I'm gonna go Big Chill though. Big Chill's my go for sure.
Yeah.
Huge champion.
He's my champion. Yeah. I'll rep Big Chill. Next, I'm gonna also do this one instead because he already said it. I'll go Teen Titans as well. Is in my list. Devin pretty much already said all this stuff. Obviously, I guess. Deathstroke is one of my favorite villains in DC anyways, before I even watched Teen Titans. Because I'd read some DC comics, so like, this Deathstroke guy is kind of cool. He kind of like fights like Batman on par, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. And then I was watching Teen Titans when I was younger, and I was like, this Slade guy kind of looks like Deathstroke. I was like, I think Teen Titans ripped off Deathstroke. I told my brother, I was like, I think they ripped off Deathstroke. He's like, no, that is Deathstroke. I was like, no, that's Slade.
Dumbass.
Dumbass. Call him Slade. What are you on about? And he's like, yeah, his name is Slade. And I'm like, okay, his name is Slade, but I'm talking about Deathstroke. You're not getting it.
You don't understand.
You don't understand. I was like, you're just not the same as me. I'm just smarter, I guess.
You're just falling into what they want you to think.
Yeah. But yeah, like the Slade and Robin dynamic in Teen Titan is just insane. The fact that like Slade was so much in his mental that he got a whole episode where he was like, Slade was like beating up in his like imagination.
Yeah, and Robin's like, he's right there, and
he's right there.
Like when they were in like that warehouse, and Robin's like, he's here, I swear, he must have left, he must have escaped. And then they were like all standing there like, this is the only exit. We've been standing here the whole time.
Yeah,
you would have seen him if he escaped.
Yeah, he's trying to like him beating himself up. He's like, oh my god.
Oh, and that episode was cool because Raven went into Robin's mind.
Raven went to her mind
and she saw him. He's like running the woods. Raven's like, he's here.
He's like, oh man,
that was so cool.
Dude, Teen Titans has so many goated episodes, and I'm so mad that it ended like prematurely. And like the reason it ended is so dumb is because like the toy sales weren't good enough or something.
That's so dumb.
Yeah,
I hate when that happens.
I wish Teen Titans just had a better chance at continuing, because like Young Justice had his shot to come back. It came back like 2 or 3 years later. Actually, probably longer than 2 or 3 years. But like they had their chance to return, and I think because of Teen Titans Go, they're not gonna give Teen Titans a chance to come back because Teen Titans Go is so popular. They're not gonna be like, we'll just do this one as well. So,
which is unfortunate. It
is unfortunate. I used to hate Teen Titans Go. I think I'm slowly coming around to thinking this show isn't too bad. Actually.
Well, I told you after I watched the movie, I'm like, you know what, I'll give it another shot. It's actually pretty good because if you can get past all like the fart jokes and the lowbrow humor.
Yeah,
the writers actually know their shit very well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're
look at Teen Titans Go as a parody show because that's what it is.
Exactly,
parody.
Because I used to hate it. My brother loved it, and then I watched the Teen Titans Go to the movies, and I was like, this movie kind of good. Yeah, and I give it a shot.
They had one joke where like Beast Boy and like Cyborg was like, hey, your parents are here, and Robin's like, really? He's like, no, nigga. I'm like, bro.
It was crazy when they were trying to
no dad, no mom.
I was like, bro,
no hoes.
Just started crying.
I was like, oh my god.
I thought it was hilarious in the movie when like they got rid of the superheroes, so they had to go back in time and cause all the trauma that made superheroes. Like they pushed Batman's parents in the alley to get shot, and they like destroy Krypton.
Oh my god.
It was crazy.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go, I think because me and Tyler had we talk about this when everyone's done with the 3x3 if we have time, but like there's like a topic me and Tyler were talking about when we were talking about Teen Titans Go, so we'll see if we have time to get into that after the list. I think, was there one more repeat? Yeah, there's one more repeat. I also had Gravity Falls as well. Gravity Falls kind of the go of wherever it was on Disney.
It's the go to Disney XD.
Yeah, Disney XD kind of just like ate when they let Gravity Falls air, and I was just like, this is it, this is a peak, because it's like, I think at the time it was this regular show and Adventure Time were out around the same time.
Yeah, they're all around the same time.
I was like, man, this is just like the age of cartoons right now. Yeah. We're kind of eating. You trying to say something? Okay. But yeah, I mean, pretty much Deven already nailed everything with Gravity Falls. The lore is really deep and all that. It was really just quality over quantity. They didn't worry about giving you like 27 episodes or like not 27, like 27 seasons or anything. They were just like, we're gonna get the story done because that's what we want to do. There's sometimes filler, I guess you could say, episodes.
Yeah,
but like even those filler episodes still give you more lore to the show.
It's just like world building at that point.
Yeah, so it's like, which is necessary to make a show successful. So yeah, and I think the rest of mine are original now. So we'll go next. I'll go Boondocks next.
Dude, Boondocks is my list originally.
I can't wait to see Boondocks. It's on my list to watch.
You ever seen Boondocks?
No, I've seen like episodes every once in a while, but I haven't watched like from start to finish Boondocks. It's on my cartoon section of my list.
When I first made this list, Boondocks was dead center. But I had to I got rid of it. I was like, I want to put Boondocks in here, but I want to talk about other shows.
Yeah, Boondocks was one of the things I was like, yeah, I know this one's got to be in my list because like he's kind of like my people, right? You know me, I'm black. I gotta represent my.
We get it. You're black.
Boondocks has like some of the it was like one of the first adult cartoons where I was like, oh, they can make cartoons that are like not for kids. Back in the day, I was like, this is actually kind of interesting because I watched it when I was in middle school, maybe around that time, and I was like, bro, this show is actually just really funny. There's so many scenes like. Obviously, you've seen so much from TikTok. Probably a lot of people like the what did you say, nigga?
Read.
Yeah.
Read, nigga, read, nigga, read.
The booty warrior, just him as a character is so funny.
That was funny because I didn't know. I knew he was based off a real person, but then I saw the interview of like the guy, the actual booty warrior, and like he went bar for bar in the show and the real character.
Did you see him like calling Chris Hansen?
Yeah, he's like, so you're here to see Child? No, I'm here to see you.
No, I'm saying to you. I don't want child, but I want her for mans. But
talking about real life.
Oh no, I didn't see.
Yeah, the booty warrior. It was a joke. Chris Hansen got called from like the actual booty warrior and Booyah warrior, and they called and like they recorded it. And you see Chris Hansen, he's like looking sweating. He's like,
well, like in the show, I know he was like, we knew it's the easy way or the hard way.
Yeah.
Chris Hansen's like, okay, cut the cops in here. He's like, I guess we're doing the hard way.
I guess we're doing the hard way.
And then like Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, Uncle Ruckus as a character.
Yeah.
Just like, did I catch you having fun?
Did I catch you having fun, nigga?
Like he just wouldn't let him do anything.
Did I catch you wanting to beat shit?
I love the dodgeball episode, or not dodgeball, the kickball. When they're like anime.
Boondocks did it so good. They're so. I don't think you can rewatch Boondocks and be like, this show ain't it. Like it's just such a good watch. You're gonna watch it, you're gonna laugh.
That's why I can't wait to, because like I said, I've seen a lot of episodes and like TikTok especially because they're doing like the Subway Surfer like part 1 of
yeah.
You just watch a whole show.
That's a new theme, yeah.
But like I've seen a lot on TV as well, and I cannot wait to like watch it from start to finish. It's so fun.
There's also that meme that's been going around where it's like where he smacks the girl's butt and it like jiggles like that, and it's always like the meme is like if Rengoku ain't moving like this in the new Bleach anime, I don't want it. But yeah, so Boondocks. I think that's 4 so far. Next, I'll go Total Drama Island. No one else had Total Drama Island. At least I guess one person didn't have Total Drama Island. Devin, do you not like Total Drama Island or something?
Why are you looking at him like that?
It's
yeah, you're like looking at me like you're like mid-show.
It's alright. I think it went on a little more than it should have been. I think it should have stopped after like the 3rd season.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Total Drama Island first 3 seasons are solid, but like if that's your argument, what about Rick and Morty? You said the same thing.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Like I'm indifferent to the show. I still like the show.
I agree that it should have stopped. However, the format that it's set up as like a reality TV show, it makes sense for it to keep going.
Yeah,
I know.
Exactly.
Just like
I agree.
They were
they really could have stopped at 3 or 4 and been fine. But like it's a reality TV show, so it's like
really
they're gonna introduce
popular.
new
So
characters.
obviously they're gonna.
And then they have like all the different spin-offs like Total Drama Adventures and Total Drama.
Nothing's being that original cast.
What was the World one?
All-Star Showdown.
All-Star Showdown. Yeah. Was it World Tour?
World
They're
Tour,
on the airplane and stuff.
Well, World Tour's like because it goes Total Drama Island, Total Drama Action, and then it goes World Tour. I think World Tour is 3.
And then
World Tour is 3. And after
that, whatever it is,
yeah.
it makes sense for them to keep going and get crazier and crazier.
Yeah,
but I agree.
I like the original cast and like
The
original
Island season 1
cast.
is easily the best season, which is unfortunate. That's the first season, but like it is timeless. I've rewatched like Total Drama Island season 1 over so many times.
The dodgeball episode,
so good. It maybe just like what obviously a lot of the stuff would kill me, but like I want to be on those
like giving a bear a purple nurple.
Yeah, or, like jumping off the cliff and like having to get that little keep. Yeah,
and there's like the sharks.
Yeah, like obviously I would die if I did it, but like if I had the toon physics that they have, I would definitely do it. That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Total Drama Island's just like something I wish sort of existed in real life, like a more grounded version of it exists.
I mean, it's like Survivor.
That's the thing.
Not really. It's just like they put you on an island and survive. Nigga.
I'll survive.
I'm not saying it's the same. I'm just saying like I can't really think of any shows that are similar enough. There isn't. Yeah. It's just like a conglomerate of different reality shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, there's aspects from a lot of
for some reason.
And then Chris is the GOAT too.
Yeah, Chris is
McLean.
True.
And Chef.
He's looking at menace.
Oh, and Chef.
No, you're talking about real menace. Chef's a real menace, bro. Chef's crazy.
I see so many memes like if there was like a real life Total Drama Island, Chef has to be like what Terry
Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews.
It would have to be Terry Crews.
Oh, like bro.
That's why, like, I'm so mad, like, with Total Dramarama. It's the era of cartoon where they revamp old shows to market towards babies or kids.
Yeah.
And Total Dramarama just ruined everything because they took the OG cast and made them all babies at a daycare. And it's like, bro, why are we doing this?
Yeah, I don't know why they're
because like in Total Drama Island, they're not like even teenagers. They're like actually adults. So it's like, why are we making them? There's some teenagers, but they're for the most part adults.
I think they're all like 18. I think so.
They're not all 18. Some of them are like older.
They're pretty young.
I know.
Like low 20s.
Maybe I think a lot of them are like 18 and 19. Like he's saying, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are teens.
Either way, you made them like babies, and it's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, I remember when I first watched that show. We all know the infamous Heather theme where she like her boobs come out. I remember I paused it. I was like. I paused it and I went to the TV guide. I'm like, Cartoon Network. I'm like, that niggas are tripping, bro. Nigga, they were horny. Whoever made that show was horny. There were so many scenes of like them just nudity and I don't know. It was weird. People were kissing constantly. I wasn't used to it. I wasn't horny. I wasn't used to it as a kid. So I was like, man.
I will say it is a big adjustment going from like other shows like
Chowder to
that. Chowder to that.
Yeah.
That's why.
I wasn't used to it. So I was like,
a Chowder kid. He was a band kid. He's like,
whatever.
But yeah. Next, I forgot I did have another rebuild. I also had Tom and Jerry as well. Tom and Jerry is kind of an icon. He's a GOAT. Can't really do anything. I already said a lot on Devin's part of Tom and Jerry. Next, let's see. I got 3 more. I'll go Edd and Eddy next. So Edd and Eddy just like, how do we explain the plot of Edd and Eddy? It's just like three guys who are friends who have the same similar name, and they just chill basically. They love jawbreakers. Yeah,
they're entrepreneurs.
Yeah, they're entrepreneurs. There's these like 3 girls who like low-key in love with them, but they're also like annoying, and they're antagonists of the show, I guess. So they're always like annoying them and trying to stop them. And then there's what's the nigga who has Plank? What's his name? Johnny? Yeah.
Is it Johnny?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Johnny and Plank. I can't even remember their relevance. It's been so long since I've seen Edd and Eddy.
They're not relevant. They're just neighbors.
Oh, they're just neighbors?
Like, yeah, they're neighbor kids. It's just one big cul-de-sac.
Oh, it's the cul-de-sac.
It's like hang out with the neighbor's kid.
Yeah,
Johnny.
Yeah, exactly.
Johnny's a goat, bro.
And then Johnny hung out with Ed's sister. Right?
Yeah.
Sarah, yeah.
Dude, I think like Eddie.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Our Eddie was like Ed's sister. This is confusing, but our Eddie thinks Ed's sister, the dumb Ed, is like bad.
Well, because there's Ed, there's Double D, and there's Eddie.
Wait, he thinks she's bad?
Yeah.
Like now?
No, like back then when he watched it, he was like, I thought she was bad.
He also thought like the girl from Little Einsteins, the ballerina, was bad. I don't know.
When? What? When he was younger?
Yeah, when he was younger.
Okay. We're trying to get Eddie catching the case right now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Talk about, okay, if you want to talk about that, backyardigans though, forget about, they were getting sturdy, right? Obviously. But you know, what's her name? Sharkeisha or something?
I didn't want to say it, bro. You thought she was bad?
When I was younger, I was like, low-key, she gotta get sturdy, bro. I don't know. I'm not saying she was bad, but I'm not saying she was bad. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
Yeah, I wish I had a crush on like Raven. Like I don't know what y'all on about.
I the woman, bro.
Basic choice, bro.
Just call it basic, whatever. Like she's just bad. No, I thought it was funny though. Edd and Eddy.
Like Blackfire.
Blackfire was pretty bad too. I think Teen Titans, just about every female was bad.
I mean, they all say like body.
Like Terra, Starfire, Blackfire.
You're down
Raven.
with Jinx like that?
What?
You're down with Jinx like that?
Jinx, yeah.
Alright.
No, but I was gonna say it was funny in Edd and Eddy watching the favoritism between like the sister and Ed. Because Ed lives in the basement. Because there was one episode. Took his stairs. They put him in the basement, and they took the stairs out, so he couldn't leave the basement. But then his sister gets like whatever she wants. I was like, bro, what? He was like, I'm so hungry, and he ate the fucking bed. Yeah, in a slide. He's like,
the obscurity of Edd and Eddy was so crazy. It was just like the one scene where he just like takes the sky.
Yeah, but they grab the sun and eats it. I was like, what?
He's like, I'm just hungry. Like, bro, what? Was this Kirby?
And then like insane strength.
Yeah, strange feats.
But yeah, Ed and Eddy was just so off the walls and like weird sometimes, and then sometimes it'd be grounded in reality. You'd be like, I can't eat this jawbreaker.
Like, you need 25 cents. I only got a nickel. Like,
The other times, like you said, like take the stairs away. Like, nah, you live down there.
Yeah, you can't talk about Ed and Eddy without talking about like the classic movie. The like, was it the one last showdown?
Go see his brother.
Yeah, what was it called? Like the one last like.
One last showdown, I think.
I think they had one last showdown.
Let me see.
I don't remember.
It opens up so well.
I thought it was some kind of road trip.
It is.
I never saw the movie.
You never seen the movie? It opens up so
Bro,
well
they
because
took off Ed's hat, Double D's hat.
What did it look like?
You don't want to know.
It's called Big Picture Show.
Oh, Big
That's
Picture
what
Show.
it is, yeah.
Yes, it's a really good movie. The movie starts off with, like the aftermath of like their biggest heist they ever done, and everyone's like riddled. Everyone's
It's like a war scene.
yeah, it's like a war zone. You're like, oh my god.
Or like Ed's like running. He's like, oh, I gotta get out of here.
Oh, we talk about the show without talking about the best character. What's that like German guy, like the Russian
Rolf.
Rolf? Yeah, the Rolf is.
Oh no, he's like.
We're calling Rolf the best guy. I don't know. I think
Rolf is such a good
I think
character.
Ed's the goat.
Ah, no, no, man. He's like,
Ed's the
Ed
goat.
boy.
Rolf is just funny because him and his goat, like he's
Yeah,
just
Ed
chilling.
boy. He's like,
Ed boy.
Ed boy. I will rain down the wrath of 1,000 suns
Yeah.
on you. Like this.
Like Rolf is for sure. He's
And it was
he's
funny
top
because
three.
he was always about the action too. Because he would say
Yeah.
something, he's like, "You get one more chance," and then like Eddie does something, and he's like, "Okay," pulls out like gat. He's like,
Yeah,
he's like letting it the block. It's
There was,
like, what?
there was an episode where him and Ed like had like a duel. And Ed, with like fish, and Ed's like, I don't want to do these. He's like, I don't care. You said you're gonna run my one, we're gonna run the one.
Oh,
You
true,
beat the dog shit out of him.
I don't know. Like every time I think of Rolf, I think of one specific scene where he's in his front yard and he has like a grill, like a regular like charcoal grill. But he has like a fucking like dinosaur rack of ribs just on the charcoal grill. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm hungry, and he's like cooking like dinosaur ribs.
I don't know. Ralph definitely carried the show in my opinion.
I feel like
I think the whole cast. Of
Oh, yeah,
Ed
the
and
whole
Eddy
the
cast
whole
is
cast
good.
like they
Like,
just
they're-
fed off each other. It was
I don't think there was
crazy.
a bad character in Ed and Eddy, except maybe you could argue one of the sisters is bad, but like other than that, I don't think so. I think they're all pretty good.
bad as in not good.
Mm.
Who did he say was bad? He said Plank was bad.
No,
The blue haired sister.
Oh,
but yeah, they had their like little things, like
I thought she was bad.
Johnny like watermelon man or whatever.
yeah. Oh, speaking of watermelon, right? We all know Double D had waves under those, right? That's a dude. Right?
Yeah,
right?
Well, Jose said in the movie they removed his hat.
I know they did,
Oh.
but like my headcanon is
Heck yeah, he got the waves.
he's got 360.
Because like he
waves.
takes it off, he has like the do rag.
Yeah. Because everyone like claims Double D as like he's the black guy.
Yeah.
He's light skinned. I mean, he's kind of tan as you can see, so he could be light skinned.
I always thought Johnny was black, so when I saw you had who's watermelon man, I was like, what is this?
You thought Johnny was
Yeah, Johnny was
black?
black. The braces.
Oh, wait, Johnny? What?
Blank.
Johnny's guy with
You talking
plank.
about like Kyle, or whatever his name is?
You thought nigga's name was Kyle?
Kevin?
Kevin, that's his name.
No,
yeah.
the guy with the plank.
Johnny.
Johnny.
That's
You thought
Johnny.
Johnny was black with the braces?
That's two different people.
No, I thought Johnny had
No,
Plank
Johnny
had
doesn't
the
have
Jimmy.
braces.
Thinking about
That's-
Jimmy.
Oh, I'm thinking about Jimmy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
okay.
like-
Johnny's like
okay.
the bald nigga with like little spikes.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
got
right.
Plank.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was black. You didn't think he was
I
black?
forgot about that.
He's like pale. He's like paler than Ed.
What are you on about?
I thought he was brown.
Look,
Yeah, he's like brown.
Well, I thought he was like he's pale, but he's dirty.
he's pale. What are you guys
No,
on about?
no. That's why he looks like an episode. I don't know what that picture is.
That's the first thing.
No. Look at this shit, bro. That's why he looks like an episode. I don't know.
See.
That's not even brown. That's like my skin color. A
I
little
don't know
bit
why
darker.
that's the first image that pops up, but like if you go through the other pictures in the episodes, he looks darker in the episodes.
I wouldn't say he's brown though. That's like the same like type of darkness they're like saying Lex Luthor is
Yeah.
black. It's like not really.
But like when I was a kid, I thought he was black.
I don't know. I always thought he was white. I was like, this nigga looks like the dude from Toy Story, like Sid.
Sid. Damn.
But yeah, I think I have two more. Let's go. I'll save my goat for last. We'll go regular show next. Now this is the one I was telling Deven. A show that does random the
Perfectly.
right way,
Exactly.
perfectly, is regular show, and they're self-aware, like you said. Chowder is regular show is self-aware. There's literally an episode where Mordecai's like, "Yeah, there's a goat over there, and if we don't arm wrestle him, we're gonna save the world. Otherwise, reality will like collapse or something."
Yeah.
Like,
That's the
yeah.
one with the unicorn. He's talking to
Yeah.
Benson, and he's like, "Yeah, this unicorn, we have to play him in poker.
Yeah.
If not, then like Satan gets someone on the earth." And it's
like the most off the wall stuff happened in like a regular show, and it's so much happens in those 11 minutes that like people like Deven will be like, oh, it's not 11 minutes, it's a full episode time slot. No,
I thought it was. Oh god, I've been watching at home like, dang, bro. They went from
so
eating
much.
a sandwich to fighting Lucifer for Benson so long. Like, how do we get here?
because they give you so much that you think it's a full episode slot. Nah, that's only half.
Well, no, because like the
that's the
first
beauty of
3
it.
minutes will just be like normal. They're just doing whatever.
Yeah.
And then like
It
Mordecai
escalates.
drops something, and it's like that's the last seal to release Lucifer. It's like
Yeah.
it's like what?
That's why.
And
That's
they have to
why.
like fight like the chair demon.
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, dude, regular show would just like it's so good because they would just do like the 11-minute plot of like something crazy. You're like, that's crazy, and then right after that, you get to the next part because it's a 2-episode time slot because it's the regular time slot. They give you 2 episodes, and the second episode just be like. It could be a chill episode because like regular show has some chill episodes. Where it's just like Skips is like the arm wrestling champion. You can go from them versing
I
like
wouldn't say that's
basketball
chill.
guys.
He arm wrestled Death.
Yeah, you almost the literal embodiment of death.
He literally arm wrestled because Death was like skinny, like skin and bones, and he put out.
yeah,
he was like,
Yeah, he
"Fuck
tried
the arm."
to jack off arm. He was like,
True.
He did kill Rigby in that.
He like picks him up and slams him through the table to kill him.
yeah, that chill episode. He kills Rigby. He
But in
picked him up.
regular show standards, I feel like that is a chiller episode.
No, I would say chill is like the Mississippi Queen episode where like they were eating all like the hot stuff, and then Benson
Oh,
was
Goes
like
on a
asleep.
drug, like on a.
Yeah, they like Benson was like knocked out, and then they were like feeding him all this stuff, and he's like, fine, like the Iron Stomach dude. He's like, I call this the Mississippi Queen. They're like, why do you call it? It's like, you'll see, and they all drink it. And it's like,
I guess all the episodes with like the girlfriends too, because those episodes usually don't go too off the walls. I
Yeah.
think the farthest I've seen was like one of the episodes with Eileen, where Mordecai like tackled a bear, which is
no, I was gonna say the Russian bear, the Russian bear, yeah.
yeah, but like
'Cause
I
he
think that's as
escaped from
crazy
the,
as that
zoo.
episode got is
Yeah.
like that was like the finale of the episode. So that one might be one of the more chill episodes. Then.
Even like how he like shoulder threw him through a wall.
Yeah, which, like,
Yeah.
that
He,
bear
like,
was
he
like
checked him.
huge.
checked him through a wall.
Someone got a power scale Mordecai, bro. He's got to be insane.
Mordecai's crazy.
If you just look at the catalog of regular show, if you just do comp Mordecai, he's got to be goated. He might beat Goku. I don't know.
Maybe.
He has toon physics too.
He does. I'm
He
pretty sure one version of him can warp reality.
Well, I know it's him plus Rigby, but it's the same as like Shazam and Superman held the book of infinite pages. They both super bounce pops to a different dimension. So it's like
What?
that's got to be they did the super super bouncing or double bouncing on a trampoline where someone bounces,
yeah, I see
they
that.
bounce. They like bounced him and then with the I guess they had a fridge too, and it like shot him through a different dimension.
Yeah, I
so they like
remember
go
that
back and go. Get
Oh yeah,
pops. So like that's pretty high scale. Like if all you need is a fridge to pop someone to a different dimension, you're pretty high scaling.
dude. Regular show is so. I like just thinking about it right now. I'm just like, I gotta rewatch regular show. There's so.
Oh no,
many
that's
good
why it's on my
parts in it,
cartoon
yeah.
section. Like I have to rewatch because I didn't watch the later stuff, and I know a lot of shit happens in the later episodes, like concluding the story.
It's pretty crazy.
It gets pretty
Yeah.
crazy, but the scaling goes nuts. I know when they go into space,
Dude,
it
regular
goes
show is
crazy.
So it's so like there's the episode where they go in the opposite dimension. They have the band battle against all the other bands.
There's also the band battle against themselves from the future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the episode where Tyler the Creator's in it, where he raps.
Yeah, he's rapping, like,
head,
rapping
the
all that
back. He like flips props the head backwards.
Yeah.
Like,
Because wasn't Tyler the Creator and Childish Gambino in
yeah,
that?
they were both.
Yeah,
They were both
yeah.
in that. Yeah.
So good, dude. It's a hard number 2 for me only because like the number 1 is like my number 1.
Okay. So now I'm curious about what your number 1 is.
My number 1, this is my goat here. I got Bojack Horseman.
Yeah, Bojack's pretty good.
Have you seen Bojack Horseman?
I've seen season 1
I hear
and
people
like half of 2. and
I
it's
hear
pretty
people
good.
suck it off a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like it's gotta be the GOAT. Like I think Bojack Horseman is one of the shows that has like a cohesive plot that it seems to know what story it wants to tell and what themes it wants to hit and hits it every time. Like Bojack Horseman is this I'm not saying his full name every time, but like Bojack is the main character that you're not supposed to necessarily root for, but you don't want to see him fail. So it's like so hard to follow the plot and kind of like think, should he do this or should he not do this? Because me personally, like I sometimes relate to stuff Bojack does, but then at the end of the day, I'm like, Bojack's just a bad guy. I don't want him to do this. And then sometimes I'm like, he's a bad guy, but like he wanted to do the right thing here. He should succeed here. And they're like, no, he won't, because like he can't. And like Bojack is such a depressing and dark show. It sometimes because I think the poster of it is like they want you to think it's not a bad show. They're like, oh, it's eat donuts and happy, everyone's animals and
He's got
everything.
a
It's a
horse
happy
head.
show, yeah. But it's not. It's a very dark and depressing show that battles real themes in like real life. Like
Yeah.
like
Depression,
drug
anxiety,
addiction, alcohol,
yeah.
anxiety, all that type of stuff. There's so like the last season is really good too. The because the overarching story in that season is really good. It goes through like the Hollywood aspect of stuff because everyone in the show makes the show obviously knows Hollywood because they are in Hollywood probably. Yeah. So they really go into like how Hollywood is like oh shiny on the outside, but then you get inside, you have to do all the dark stuff and everything. And like there's so many quotes from the show that you just like just real quotes, and like I've seen videos and like people can just throw up a Bojack quote and like it perfectly like sums up real life. Like there's a quote where the girl's talking about like how Hollywood is just like a town like on top of this black tar, and it's like she's not talking about like, she's not making a metaphor, she's making like a blanket statement because there is tar there.
Yeah, there's tar pits, yeah,
but it can also be interpreted as a metaphor.
It's like
Hollywood.
Surface level and you read between the lines.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's built up. It's basically like the Gilded Age. It's
exactly
gilded with gold.
If anyone wants to watch a show, I would always recommend Bojack Horseman. Is one of the best, most phenomenal shows. I think you have to be old enough to understand it, obviously. Probably around, I want to say 20s, so at least you have an idea of alcoholism. Obviously, people do drink earlier, but like,
yeah.
But like, the later you are, the better you'll get it. You understand like alcoholism and drugs better. If you're younger, like 16, you're not gonna necessarily understand those type of themes as much.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But yeah, BoJack is just a really good show. It covers all the themes that I never thought I would see a cartoon no less handle, which is really good.
But I think it's nice though
really
because the cartoon aspect gives, it's like I said with anime, it gives you freedom. It gives you more freedom than you
they can do a lot more
action.
stuff that they could never do in real life. Like there's a whole scene where BoJack is like tripping. He's like on drugs and he's like running, and it like slowly devolves like in the animation process all the way back to where he's a stick figure, and then just get a pencil and erase him. Like stuff like that you can't do in real life. It's just
that's cool.
Yeah, it's the media of cartoon allows you to do so many more.
You get way more freedoms,
especially when he starts tripping because drugs is involved in the show, so he's tripping a lot. The whole theme, the whole theme song of the show is him tripping off of something.
Right.
And then Mabel's in the show too.
Yeah, I heard
Andrew Garfield, voice actress.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield's in the show. Jesse from Breaking Bad's in the show. Okay, well, Andrew Garfield's voice isn't in the show. Andrew Garfield's character is in the show. It's funny, yeah. And also, like, really good jokes, too. For a really dark and depressing show, there's still really good jokes in there that just hit almost every time. I don't think every time they make a joke, I'm like, yeah, pretty good. And they have, like, running gags. I don't consider running gags jokes. Sometimes those can fall flat, but for the most part, they make a joke, it hits. But yeah, that concludes my list. BoJack, my GOAT. Everyone should watch it.
I feel like everyone has good lists besides me.
We'll see, Jose.
So, I can't remember things about half of these shows.
Yeah, I couldn't either. I remember BoJack because I watched it recently, though.
Well, I know, like, from some of the shows that I have in common with y'all two, at least, I remember them as we're talking about them. It's like, I'm like, I remember this.
That's
this,
what happened with regular shows. It's because you were saying stuff, and I was like, oh, yeah, and then
that's how some of my list goes.
That's how it shows.
And if you watch if like your list has shows that we've seen, we talk about it too. It can probably help refresh your memory, which is what happened here.
I hope so.
I mean, that's how it shows on my list. Like, if I remember super fondly, I'm like, oh yeah, these good memories are super good.
I don't know what you're saying.
Anyways, you guys go ahead and start with your list, then.
I am gonna start off with a classic in Popeye.
Popeye's a cartoon?
Yeah.
What do you think it was?
I thought it was a live action.
No, it's
I've seen the live action version. It was black and white.
It's a cartoon.
It is because I know it's like a comic as well. That's where I thought all the like Popeye's tune physics came from. Is from his comic.
It comes from both the comic and his Toon Force abilities from his cartoon.
There's literally like a scene in the cartoon where he's knitting an anchor out of steel.
What's that?
Yeah, he does. He punched an Indian into like coins.
He what?
He punched an Indian so hard like they were trying to coins or some shit. He hooked the sun. He threw something at the sun. No, he punched the sun. He has so many feats in the cartoon.
He also like, I remember if it was the cartoon, if it was in the comics, but like the creators were gonna turn off his universe,
it's
and he was like, nope, and then
that's
turn it back on.
That's a
feat. In there and was like, "What you doing, nigga?"
He's
like, "How do you exist?" I turned off the existence.
He was like, "I ate my spinach."
He like punched it down.
He eats my spinach. So you really like Popeye, huh?
I like Popeye. I used to stay up until like 5 in the morning to watch it.
Where did it
as
air
a
on?
kid? Boomerang.
Why didn't you just wake up at 5 a.m.?
That wasn't a thought in my mind.
I don't stay up until 5 a.m.
That was an option.
I was a child. I was like, I gotta stay up.
I mean, as a child, you probably didn't have an alarm clock. It's not like you can be like,
Yeah.
wake up at 5 a.m.
And all of us had alarm clocks growing up.
Yeah.
No, that reminded me like when I would watch like shows like Corey in the House or whatever. And you, know, like, you get the commercials on Disney, and it would be like 3 p.m. or 3 Central, 4 Eastern. And I would always think like, oh, is this like AM or PM? So when I was a kid, like I want to watch the next episode, so I'd stay up till 3 a.m. and it's not there. I'm like, I hate this. And I would just go to sleep.
I never thought that.
No, it was like
I
one
don't know.
I was in like second grade or some no. Yeah, second grade. I thought that's when it happened. And then I learned that, I didn't learn. I looked at the guide and it said Corey in the House. I didn't know you can go info and it tells you what episode it is.
I didn't know that
So
either.
it would say Corey in the House. I'm like, that's it. I'm watching this episode. And it was just a rerun. And I'm like,
I think
fuck this.
when I was that age, I wasn't allowed to touch the remote though. So I don't think I would ever even push info anyways. I think I just like assumed. I was like, it's a time. I don't think I knew time. Like in second grade, I didn't know time, Tyler. I'll be completely honest with you. I did not understand the idea of time. I was just like, it's coming on at some point. I didn't be like, it is approximately 1 p.m. It'll be in 2 hours. I didn't understand the concept of time. Staying up at 5 a.m. type of stuff would be like later. Not in second grade. No shot. I knew that. Maybe
How old were you when you doing this?
I don't know. I was probably like 8 or 9.
Popeye Boomerang is pretty late. Boomerang started around like 2008, I think.
Did it?
No.
Did it not?
No
I thought it was
way.
I
Yeah.
thought Boomerang was a newer thing.
No, dude. I
Hasbro?
was in like kindergarten watching Boomerang.
Because Boomerang, I thought was the whole point is like throwing throwback.
Yes, throwbacks, because it used to play a lot of Flintstones and Jetsons.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Bravo, and then it started
1992.
92, yeah.
Okay.
All the way to 2004. God damn, I was young.
Yeah, because they're throwing throwbacks.
No,
ended in 2004?
because
No,
they
it
had the
didn't.
OG Boomerang, and then it went away for like a couple years, and then it came back.
they had-
So that's what I'm thinking about then. I'm thinking about when it came back then. That's what I'm thinking. When did it
Okay.
come back then?
I don't know.
Or I'll look it up. You can keep talking, Jose. I'll look it
Yeah,
up.
keep going with your list.
Yeah, keep on this.
Okay.
Or do you have anything else to say about Popeye?
I just really enjoyed it.
Sailor Man.
I like how he ate spinach and got big arms. I thought it was funny.
It's funny.
Next, we'll go with the Pink Panther. Another classic, to be honest. You guys know anything about that?
I only know the movie, and I didn't realize the movie is nothing like the cartoon. I don't know what the cartoon's about whatsoever. I just know the theme and the movie that came out.
Cartoon's kind of like, to be honest, kind of Tom and Jerry-ish.
What does he do? What does the Panther do?
He just causes mischief.
He just
that it?
cause mischief
And then there's like a
chills.
detective that's trying to catch the Pink Panther.
And he's like, hey, and Pink Panther's like, hey, what's up? And he just kind of walks away.
Okay.
Mostly because of the theme, though.
Yeah, I saw the theme like that.
We had to play it in band. I
I
Well,
played
you played saxophone, yeah. That's one.
Yeah, that's something.
We had one of the things that my band conductor made us do is that we had to go solos for the Pink Panther, and if you couldn't play Pink Panther in like 5th grade, then it's like no shot you're making honors band.
good.
That's crazy.
Good.
Okay, so Boomerang existed in 92, but it didn't become a channel until 2000. That's what the block was for.
Oh, okay.
It was because it was something else in the 90s, and then it became a channel in 2000 until 2007.
Because I remember it had like the little blue boomerang.
Yeah,
I just didn't remember that. That was like the watermark on the bottom.
it ran from 2000 to 2017. Or no, to 2015.
Okay.
Apparently it came back in 2017, but as an internet subscription service. I don't know if it's still going though.
Interesting.
Because I remember like, at least because I had Dish, it was like 176 was Cartoon Network, 177 was Cartoon Network, but the same show was 3 hours. So it's like, if a certain show played at 3, it would play at 6 on the 177, and the 175 was Boomerang.
I sort of have memories of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways. Pink Panther. I always thought the show was like for old people. And that came out in like the 90s.
I think it's kind of mid. It came out in like the 70s.
It come out
Okay,
really
even
early,
older.
yeah.
I think, actually.
Because like my grandma watched that show. So I was like, yeah, this is a, no offense grandma, but this is a boomer show.
but Jose is our boomer.
He's
so-
our resident boomer, I guess.
I only watched it because my mom had it on VHS. And I was like, shit, mom, what
There
is
goes Tyler
this?
going to pee. No, you're going to pee.
Nah, go pee, Tyler.
You're a menace if you do that.
What did he say he's gonna
He's
do?
like, come on your sheets.
What? Why my sheets?
He's in your room, bro. Man, you can tell
Yeah, my mom was like, yeah, I used to watch the Pink Panther when I was little, and I was like, shit, let me watch that shit too.
But is it I thought Pink Panther was the only thing animated about it. Isn't everything else real life?
No, that's only the movie.
Oh, okay.
See, that's why I thought I didn't know there was a movie came out. I didn't know. All I knew was there's a panther and then like the detective.
And he's pink, yeah.
I didn't know he was a detective. The only thing I knew is that he's a Pink Panther. That's literally
Yeah,
the only I knew nothing else. You guys
suave.
said that. I know the theme now only because I was playing what's that one game? Taboo. Like a couple days ago for my sister's birthday. No, it was a couple days ago. It was probably weeks ago. For my sister's birthday, and then they were like doing that because like they didn't know how to say it without that, and I was like, I don't know what that is.
All right.
And like,
You never heard of the Pink Panther theme?
No,
That's such a.
You gotta at least know the theme.
In the 70s.
Nigga, never mind, but it's such an iconic theme. It's like saying
No,
I don't
it's
know.
not.
I don't know the Star Wars.
No,
theme.
stop it. It's not comparable. Not comparable.
No, it actually is. Pink Panther had a big staple. The theme has a big staple on the cartoon industry.
It's such a iconic theme.
Not the same as Star Wars. Star Wars is played literally everywhere. That I've never heard it. It's never been played anywhere I've been.
That's
very
crazy.
suave
Star Wars is played.
theme.
It's played up at pep rallies when I was in middle school and high school. Niggas play no Pink Panther. At
They
the
play
pep
in
rallies.
band. They play in college
I'm not
football
in band.
games.
I'm
College
in band
football
kids.
games.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
They do.
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline's Pink Panther.
I still can't hear you. I
Yeah,
have these on.
talking about.
No, there's like that Sweet Caroline. There's like they have obviously like the.
Yeah, I know Sweet Caroline.
Yeah,
It's just like they play it
Guns N'
during
Roses.
that.
It's a iconic theme that it's referenced a lot. But
I love it.
Never heard this still.
All right, next we'll go with Cyberchase. What? What are you laughing about?
I've never heard of
You've
this.
never heard of Cyberchase?
What is
Look it up.
it's a PBS show. I mean, you can explain this is your show, but
PBS kids, yeah.
they went kind of hard when I was younger.
It does go hard. It's
theme
like
go-
these group of kids that travel the universe trying to stop this evil green guy.
It's just worse little Einstein.
No, don't do that. No, don't do that. No.
No, it's like worse Cold Lyoko.
No, it's,
Yeah, it is.
it's about math, dude.
I remember we watched it. I remember specifically in 5th grade. I remember specifically in 5th grade we watched that show for like the science class. Everyone's like, this shit, put Cold Lyoko on. And she's like, what's Cold Lyoko? It's like, this but better. Like, what are we doing?
I'm not gonna cap. There was a brief period of time where I couldn't watch anything but PBS shows because I was grounded. So my parents like, yeah, watch PBS, nigga. I was like, I hate it here.
Hey, but Backyardigans and Little Einsteins. Is
Yeah,
not on there, right?
I saw what?
Is Backyardigans not on there?
No, Backyardigans is
so.
Nickelodeon. Yeah. it's
Oh,
Nickelodeon.
what about
So-
Little Einsteins?
Little Einsteins was on. Little Einstein was
Yeah,
goated.
yeah.
So
love
I saw shows like Cyberchase, and as a kid, I kind of rocked with it. Maybe not now, but it wouldn't be my cartoon 3x3.
Well, I liked it. I liked it until I saw Cold Lyoko, and I'm like, this is just Cyberchase but better.
Like Cody Loco's ass, Tyler.
I've never heard of Cold Lyoko.
What about Peppa Pig? Is that PBS as well?
Yeah.
I think that was a different network.
That's a whole different. That's where Max and Ruby's on, right? Isn't it? Isn't it like Max and
Max and
Ruby?
Max and Ruby's,
Whatever channel Max and Ruby and Peppa Pig on, they ate.
I think
those
that's the same
Actually, I
channel.
think they both were on Nickelodeon.
No shot.
Peppa Pig's Nickelodeon. Oh yeah, that does sound kind of right.
It does sound right, yeah.
Because PBS is public broadcasting system, so it's for American, but Peppa Pig's British. So I think that they were both on Nickelodeon.
Peppa Pig is on Nick Jr., yeah.
Nick Jr., so that's what it is, yeah.
But yeah, I saw shows like Arthur, Dragon Tales,
Dragon Tales was goated. I love Dragon Tales back when I was like a
Sid the
kid.
Science Kid, like
That's on
Dragon
PBS?
Tales.
Yeah, I know
bro.
Sid the Science Kid then.
Super Y.
Super Y.
I think Word Girl. That one show where all the animals are words. I don't know what the show that it is, but
Yeah, talk more about Cyberchase. Jose.
the theme goes kind of hard.
It does go kind of hard. I don't remember it too well because the last time I saw it, I was like in elementary school.
I'm pretty sure the premise because like they're from like the real world and they get sucked into like the cyber world, classic, like
Yeah.
the isekai trope.
Do they get sucked in, or I think they go into the cyber world to stop the villain.
Well, yeah, now, but I think that initially they get sucked in.
Like Digimon.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, we gotta save the cyber world. So
With
they have like
math.
this bird. Yeah, it's math.
With math.
There's
How
like,
old are they doing math? Like
I think they weren't children. They were like in middle school or something.
I mean, that's a child, Jose.
Is it?
That's a.
It is a child. It is a child.
That's a crazy statement.
Crazy statement. That's a
Someone clip it. Someone clip it.
I mean, I thought I was pretty
That's a
mature in middle
child.
school. That's what I was trying to say.
Ooh.
Yeah, they were like in middle school or something.
All right. Like
I learned about triangles on that show. It was crazy.
All right.
Keep going.
Keep on.
You guys ever seen? Oh yeah, it's next. Little Einsteins.
Yeah, we've seen Little Einstein.
We're going on
You
a
gotta
trip
be sleeping under a rock.
I know Deven was against me putting Little Einsteins on my 3x3.
I was.
What you got against it?
Nothing. This is Yeah, I know.
It's about music, dude. You don't like music?
It's alright.
Listen to
Is that what
classical
Little
music.
Einsteins was about?
Yeah,
It's all about music.
I thought it was just about exploring the world.
And music.
No,
Yeah.
literally everything's because like they
Yeah, I
have
know
the
it's
sheet
a
music.
song.
You know, they
Yeah.
have the sheet music, and that's like the way that they like save the world is that they make the sheet music.
Yeah, it's about different traveling the world in their culture, songs, and all that. It's like cultural.
See, that's the thing. I didn't understand the song part. I thought it was just about exploring the world. I thought the songs was just an add-on to like attract kids to watch the show. But I thought the idea was exploring the world.
No, because they all have like their own instruments, or like the ballerina girl. She doesn't play an instrument, but she dances to the music.
No, I think she sings.
I thought she played the
She
flute.
sings.
I thought she just danced
Damn,
because like
everyone remembers
because
something
like
different.
no,
I thought she played the flute.
because the main kid's the conductor. He has a little stick, and he's the conductor. And then there's the I don't remember. I thought she was just a dancer.
I want
know
to see
the
what
black
this
guy
little
plays the
Einstein girl
trumpet.
that
Yeah, the
you
black
said,
guy plays trumpet. Yeah,
You said the intern likes her?
yeah.
Or
he
used
said-
to like
he
her, I
said
should
so.
say.
I was like, what would you be? Yeah, when he was a kid.
I
Yeah.
thought she was bad.
Yeah, even after that, I thought he was bad. Oh, dude.
Casting gonna help you, okay.
I thought Chrissy went down and said, don't.
No,
Look
because
up
I
what is each
remember who
character
she
Little
was. I was
Einstein
like,
play.
low key. No, actually,
No,
no.
what
Never
did they
mind.
play?
I was
No.
thinking of who she look like from
Face of Ferd?
Isabella.
No, bro.
Black hair, purple, I don't know.
No, from Danny Phantom.
Does she looks like the goth girl from Danny Phantom?
Like she grew up to be that. Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah, so the blonde girl sings, the black guy plays the trumpet, she dances, and then the redhead is the conductor.
Oh, okay. I thought they all played instruments.
No, they make the different things.
Oh,
Music.
oh yeah.
I think the ship makes like it does every
goes-
instrument. It does everything, yeah.
And then like while they're traveling, the conductor like speaks to you, and he's like, "Let's make it go faster." How do you make it go faster? Allegro, and they go through different
Oh, yeah,
tempo
true.
rates. And I was like Allegro. And I went
Like, fortissimo. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, they're like crescendo.
crescendo, yeah.
So you guys saying all this now makes sense that it's music themed now.
and the day
You're like,
crescendo.
they did do that.
It's like they had to sneak around with like
Crescendo.
Pini Missimissimo. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also
That's right.
also has a lot of good music.
The ending theme song hit too, and the opening.
I don't know about the
I don't know
I
about
haven't
The
that.
ending
heard
is the one
anything.
where they have like the curtain call, right?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
I love Little Einsteins.
What else you got?
We'll go Camp Lazlo.
That's a good one. That's actually a good one. I thought Camp Lazlo was kind of underrated.
It was. Ain't no one talks about Camp Lazlo
I remember
enough.
specifically
No one.
on Fridays during summers, I go over to my cousin's house because he used to live right next door to me, and we would watch Camp Lazlo together. Because that's the only time we could really catch it.
I'm not gonna cap, bro. I thought the monkey was annoying.
They're all annoying, but that's part of the fun.
Yeah. Especially the elephant, bro. The elephant, every time the,
The elephant
on
was a
screen,
crybaby.
I was like, yeah, nigga,
Yeah.
shut up, bro. Shut your bitch ass up.
Actually, I remember because Camp Lazlo and Camp Rock were like on them the same time, and I was like, I think I'm gonna watch the better one. I'm gonna watch Camp Lazlo because I was not rocking with Camp Rock like
Remember
that.
Camp Rock? The one scene where they're going and like they're all like singing and they're chanting that Camp Rock and they're like Camp Rock. And it was ass. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? What is this?
Put on
shit?
Lazlo,
I said-
bro. That's my goat.
I said, this shit off.
Throwing my nigga Lazlo, bro. Lazlo just had some good episodes. It was just like it made me want to go to camp.
Well, and the
It was
ending was
alright.
really cool too, like the series finale.
That was crazy.
Do you know about it, Devin?
I don't remember. I watched it, but I didn't really like it all
the
too
camp
much.
counselor wasn't the actual camp counselor. He kidnapped
He's a fucking
the original camp counselor and pretended to be a camp counselor.
See, I only remember that, but
And then he gets arrested.
Yeah, it's the last episode. He gets arrested because he kidnapped the original camp counselor and like tied him up in his closet so he couldn't leave.
the moose?
Yes, it was
That's
it was a
crazy.
fraud. And then he did the whole camp, and at the end, the camp counselor was there. He's like all shaved and stuff, and then he's like, "That's him." And then they like arrest him.
I don't know. Camp Lazlo was one of the shows where
That is crazy.
I watched it when nothing else was on. I didn't really like it all too much.
Oh no, I agree, but like I still liked it. It was like my last resort because everything else at the time Lazlo was airing was just better.
Yeah, it just so happened to be in a generation where
Yeah.
everything was so much better than it.
That's the problem. Is like we were in the golden age, so it was like it's tough.
Yeah, you had to pick and choose. I was like, am I gonna watch a regular show or watch Camp Lazlo? I'm gonna watch a regular show. Like, unfortunately, I'm not turning on Camp Lazlo there.
It's all right. Next, we'll go The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. You guys remember that show?
Yeah, it came out the same era as Camp Lazlo. So I was like, I'm gonna watch Flapjack, bro. I don't care about Camp Lazlo. I'm about to watch Flapjack.
Flapjack was also like right at the beginning of it.
Was it?
Well, it was like Flapjack, and like
I thought it was
on the
older.
back half of like Flapjack was ending, Adventure Time and regular show. That's when they
Yeah,
started.
that's what I'm saying. Like it was like
Really?
Yeah, it was like a transition stage.
I thought Flapjack was
only, like,
older.
2 seasons.
I don't know.
It was really short. Like 1 or 2 seasons.
Flapjack was good though. I like the humor in Flapjack.
Is Flapjack made by the same people of Chowder? It looks the same to me. I
think so.
for
There's
the
like two
longest
different
time
animation
thought-
styles.
I thought they were the same show for the longest time when I was younger, and only recent, like a couple years ago maybe, I found out it was a completely different show
That's
from
weird.
like Eddie.
That's crazy.
I don't know. They were both shows I hated.
Bro, how come Flapjack got more episodes than what were we talking about earlier? Gravity Falls.
Because Gravity Falls had a story.
Nigga, we
they
just
wanted.
talked about
We
it.
talked about why.
Gravity Falls got 40.
It's not talking
Flapjack
like
got 46.
Let's not act like Gravity Falls got canceled. It ended when it wanted
No,
to
I'm, saying,
end.
I'm just saying, like, I think
Yeah, it was
I
done.
think that's ridiculous. That and Teen Titans, like, why does that get more episodes?
Man, because it was
pretty
an
good,
episodic.
dude.
You didn't have a cohesive story.
I
It
mean,
was like two
dude.
people. It was like One Piece, bro. They just want to find Candy Island. That's all they cared about.
Yeah.
It was two pirates that want to find Candy.
That's a pretty good show.
One Piece.
Like, no one. But like Candy Island, I gotta find it. And every once in a while, they go to like another island. Like this ain't our island. I guess we got to spend
This
like
ain't Candy Island.
I remember specifically. What was the? I can't remember his name. Because
Knuckles?
Flapjack and then Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Captain Knuckles. Knuckles like had like a little dog on the pier. He's like, what? You think I'm supposed to be impressed? He has a flip. He's like,
Knuckles, his humor is so funny.
Knuckles is
Like
hilarious.
every joke Knuckles had was so funny.
He was drunk too.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. I remember the episode. I remember like I have like the most memory is like them on the syrup island. And they Flapjack doesn't want his syrup on his pancakes. He's like, I'm gonna get you your syrup. And then eventually, like the pancakes were like alive. It was moldy. I was like, what's going on?
What about that one where there was like another Flapjack?
Oh, the little boy.
Yeah, it was like another one. He was a menace.
It was like a little boy, but he's actually like a 50-year-old man.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm actually a 50-year-old man. He's like, what? And he zooms in on his face. He's like all wrinkly and shit.
Yeah, I
I
think
was
that's
like,
the one where he beat up the fly with his toes.
he was like, get the fly, and he was like with his toes, it's like boxing. He's like,
He boxed him out.
he boxed the fly.
Maybe I gotta watch this show, man. I don't know.
It was kind of, I was like, why?
I guess I'll check out this Flapjack show. And see what it's about.
I know
It's on
now-
HBO Max. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
I know Natalie really looked at it. It's so funny. It was also random, but like it's very I don't know how to say it was like really in your face. Like it would just be normal and like all of a sudden like brr, and like all right.
Same thing with same thing with like old SpongeBob. It's just like it would do something that just cuts to like some guy like
cut to some
like, it's like what are we doing? Or it's like it would zoom in and like because it's a cartoony style. It's a grainy cartoony style, but it's a
Yeah, I
cartoony
saw
style. And then it just goes to, like super realism. Like it zooms on his face. Like he has like the moldy nose. He has like pimples popping out. His eyes are like bloodshot. He's like
in the episode.
let me see if I can show you the picture. I think Knuckles.
I think one of the weirdest ones was when they had a close up of Candy Wife.
Yeah, that was weird. I think they did it multiple times.
I
They were,
remember
like,
that one. I was just like, what the fuck, dude?
I remember in that episode, like, Jose was talking about like the dog does the flip, and Knuckles was like, oh, why did you zoom in on his face? He was like, oh. It's a good show. It's the one where that one he had no eyes. Yeah, that one. A dog did a backflip.
It looks like Squidward's house.
Yeah, a dog did a backflip, and he zoomed in on his face like, oh. Yeah, that one. Candy Wife was always CG. I was like, bro, what the
It was
fuck is this?
weird.
And she was like alive, and she came from Candy Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the actual Knuckles.
Bro, is this an actual scene?
Yes, it's straight CGI. She's always CGI. She was never animated.
No, this is the actual Knuckles.
Okay.
I think what was really crazy is that the bartender at one point had candy wrappers and spread out the wrappers on a wall that laid out a map to Candy Island.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite jokes was like, the bartender was like, "You have like a lot of nerve being here, Knuckles," and Knuckles was like, "You have a lot of nerve being alive." I was like, "That's crazy." I was like, bro, Knuckles is savage, bro. I love Knuckles.
It's just like younger One Piece thing.
Yeah, it's just one piece.
Bro,
Without the fights.
saw it was like,
It's like One Piece if it was a comedy instead of an action.
Yeah, Knuckles is such a good character. I love him. Him and his dynamic with Bubby. Just really good.
Alright, yeah, you sold me. I'll watch Flapjack. I'll check it out.
I'll watch it with you.
A reason I never gave it a shot is because, like I said, I thought it was the same as Chowder, and I didn't like Chowder, so I was like, I'm not gonna watch Flapjack because I think I just like either misremembered or something. But one of the dudes from Chowder kind of looked like Flapjack, so I was like, oh, it's just a spin-off of Chowder.
What's his name? Chowder's like a adopted dad. Looks kind of like Knuckles.
I think
in a
that's-
way.
No. I thought it was someone I thought looked like Flapjack, like the bald nigga.
Flapjack just like a kid.
Yeah,
like,
he was like one kid.
a kid sailor.
Yeah, but like they have two different comedic styles. Where Chowder plays into the role like it's very meta and it knows it's a cartoon and it plays off of that. Flapjack's more like comedic timing or inside jokes or just realism for no reason. It's very grounded within this show.
But yeah, I'll definitely check it out. All right, what else you got, Jose?
We'll go Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
That's a good choice.
It's, yeah, I watched it when I was younger too. I haven't watched it in a while, but something I really remember is the movie. With
Dang, all these cartoons just got movies?
Yeah, that was the wave back
At
then.
the time, if they was popular, they had a movie.
There was
Because they're like, oh, it's popular.
there was a movie with Will, you know, the big tall red guy. He was a basketball player, and in the movie, he was playing basketball against some big, like, strong dude. And he got like his ankles broken or something. And he lost his arm.
Well, like, he got his ankles broken. I'm pretty sure like he stepped on his arm, didn't he?
Something like that.
He stepped
That
on
would
his
make more
arm and then
sense,
the
yeah.
ball
And
like
it
crushed
fell
his eye.
He ended up losing his arm in his eye. Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
Because in the whole show, he's missing an arm and an eye,
Well,
and then we get backstory.
He still has his eye, just like crunk.
Well, yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's like
Oh, so the movie's a prequel, giving you lore.
Yeah.
Or just that one scene is
it's just that one scene that I remember. I don't remember what happens in the rest of it. But the show in general was really fun. Funny.
It wasn't fun, it was just funny.
It was funny and fun. I think Blue was really
what's his name, Matt?
Matt.
Matt. Is it Max or Matt?
Matt.
I think it's Matt.
I think.
Max sounds right though.
I think it's Matt. I remember like one specific episode. It was like a 2-episode arc, and it was like Blue and Matt had a falling out, and I was depressed. I was like, bro, go back, Blue. He misses you so much. And Blue's like, I'm gonna be my own person.
I think I remember that.
And I think Blue actually ran away,
Think
something
so.
like that. Cause like Matt had like an
His
abusive.
name is
household.
Mac.
Mac. And that's what it
You're
is,
both
Mac.
wrong, bro.
So Mac, he had like an abusive household. So like that's why he created Blue. And then Blue ran away. So then Mac was just like alone. And it was like depressing.
The show was real.
I mean, he wasn't abusive, bro. His mom was not.
No. Did I say abusive?
You mean negligent?
I meant like a bad household. He
Yeah,
came from a
if
bad
anything, his
household.
brother abused him, bro. Remember his brother?
Yeah.
He was a menace.
He
Yeah.
was actually
He was a menace.
Remember he made it like his own Blue? And this Blue was like something. I was like, oh my god. He would bully Blue. I was like, bro.
He made it imaginary friend to bully Mac's imaginary friend.
I was
Talking
like,
about Terrence?
is that his name Terrence?
I think so. The nigga who looked like Sid from
Yeah.
Toy Story.
He had a whole imaginary friend to bully Max. I was like, you're a menace.
You guys remember who's that That one character that was all misshapen and shit.
Oh, it was like the
Coco?
No,
it wasn't Coco. It was
She
the
was like tall.
she's the
Oh, I thought like the artistic one.
it's like the Picasso one.
I don't
It was
know. Why
I
do you-
forget her name, but she was like a queen or
Why
an
do you
heiress
care
or
about
something
her?
like that.
She was kind of menacey too.
Oh,
She
they
was
said
an
bad.
op.
They used to say she was bad. I was like, what?
She was an op. No, she was an op for the whole
Let me see
house.
who else they thought was bad.
No,
No, she was an op for the whole house.
Loki, the redhead was kind
Oh,
of
the
bad.
redhead girl?
Yeah, the
Redhead was bad. Redhead was
yeah,
bad.
she was bad, bro.
Oh, speaking of being bad, didn't you also used to like the girl from Gravity Falls? Or is
Wendy?
That,
Yeah.
is that intern?
That's
I
understandable.
think everyone
Is that
liked
intern?
Wendy.
No,
Okay.
I think that was intern.
Yeah,
I liked
yeah,
Wendy.
Wendy.
Was
Wendy's alright.
She
I
was
don't know,
cool.
they just reminded me because they were both redheads. I was like, oh yeah.
But no, her name's Frankie, I think.
Yeah,
girl?
yeah,
Frankie.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was bad. I don't really like her
I thought
aesthetic.
she was bad.
I like her aesthetic.
Yeah.
Doesn't she look homeless?
So?
Yeah, but she was kind of.
If she bad, she
the
bad,
Duchess.
dude.
I guess she doesn't look
that's the
homeless,
Duchess.
but-
That's what we were talking about.
She was a menace.
Yeah, she was an actual op.
Yeah, I didn't think she was
I
bad.
think because wasn't she like normal and then her kid like something
Yeah,
happened with
something
the kid that
happened.
imagined her and then she like got all deformed. She was like a normal like Duchess, like a normal person, and then the kid was like. I don't know.
It was like
I don't want to say like I don't want to say
schizophrenic
like brain damage, but like I think like, something happened to the kid, and then she was like all like misshapen, and then she was like mad because she was like that.
Oh, I thought she was just art, but
like
I
abstract
never
art.
liked
No,
that.
I remember an
those are
episode. I might just be misremembering, but like I thought there was an episode that like explained that,
Mm.
and then it kind of like made you feel for her because like the reason why she's like that is like not in her control; it's in her kid's control.
right. But okay.
I don't know. I just thought she was whack.
Yeah, we all did.
I was like, oh, that's the villain.
Yeah, everybody makes its own.
Next, we'll go with the repeat of Codename Kids Next Door.
Yeah,
I think Deven had that one.
yeah.
Dude.
Go. Is there anything else to say about it besides what's
I don't know. Do you want to say something about it?
Yeah, if you want to.
No, I
Please move
enjoyed
on.
it. I bought some episodes of it on Amazon Prime.
Why'd you buy it?
Why'd you buy it? You just fired it.
So
Yeah, you're right.
He bought what?
Get next door.
You bought the episodes. We can just watch
a
it.
couple episodes, yeah.
Is it not just on like
You can-
HBO Max?
you can find it
Well,
anywhere.
Everything on because Warner Brothers own Cartoon Network. If it was on Cartoon Network, they have it.
No, I just have HBO Max.
Then get it. It makes more sense than
Oh,
that
it doesn't
than buying
HBO Max.
individual.
Oh wait, I have HBO Max.
Oh my god, Jose, you just
Okay.
throw away money, bro. You just be putting money in the
No, I
shredder.
don't have HBO Max.
Well, then buy it. It's a better investment than you buying individual things because they own everything Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers owns so much. Warner Brothers and A24 is what HBO Max has.
Okay.
So pretty much every cartoon that was on Cartoon Network is on there.
Does it have Dexter's Laboratory, which is my final one?
I don't remember what Dexter's Laboratory came on, but maybe
It was on Cartoon Network.
it was.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was on.
Pretty sure.
Let's see where Dexter's Laboratory was on. It was on Cartoon Network, so yes, it is on there then.
Dexter's Laboratory.
All right, that's your last one.
Yeah.
You said. All right, go to talk about it.
Nah, I don't know, dude. Shit, it was funny. I enjoyed it.
The mom was bad.
Goddamn, the mom. True.
Dude, she had a dump for no reason.
She literally had a pants that said trophy or like dad's trophy or some shit like that.
yeah.
And she was just walking around. She was like the episode where she's at the pool with the bikini. Like the mom was just that was crazy.
Just remember the episode where they turned into villains? Not villains, but like
Heroes?
bad versions of themselves.
I didn't watch it that much. I've seen episodes here and
Remember
there.
the episode where like Dexter's future selves came to help him?
Just multiple.
I don't know.
Yeah, there was the teenager version, the young adult, and then the
Oh.
adult, and then like there was the young adult and the adult was like buff or some shit.
I remember watching the giant robot fights between him and Mandark.
Yeah,
Is that the villain's name?
yeah,
Mandark, yeah.
I remember. What was it? I think it was Dexter was saying. They like said something in French or said a poem or something. And like all the girls on the bus were like,
Yeah, say it again.
Like,
yeah,
say
is
it
that what that meme
again.
comes from?
and he's like in their ear. He's like,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
they're like,
That's crazy.
like
I never liked Mandark's laugh though.
no.
I don't think.
I think-
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to,
No
bro.
one likes Mandark at all. I mean, people do, but like people
Do
aren't
they?
supposed to like Mandark. People like
You
everybody.
can find anyone who likes anything.
People
Yeah,
like
you're right.
Griffith from Berserk. Like,
I mean, Griffith did nothing wrong. I'm just saying.
But like Dexter's Laboratory, I remember liking it, but it's so old. I don't remember watching it since I was like 5 or something. So I don't remember anything from that show. I just remember Double D, remember the trophy thing, obviously Dexter, his laboratory being under the basement and whatnot.
They had like an off-brand Avengers.
I feel like Double D had to be an innuendo because Double D kept wanting to go into his laboratory. It's got to be an innuendo.
Double D was from Edd and Eddy. It was
Is that not her name?
Dee.
It's Double D. DD.
No,
it's DD.
Yes, but it means Double D because it's 2 Ds.
No, they call her DD.
That's just a double entendre.
What?
I
You
don't
just gotta
think
look
so.
You gotta look beneath.
You gotta look deeper.
You gotta look deep into it.
No, I think it's just Double D.
Yeah, Double D.
No, it's Double D. No, DD.
Yeah, no, you said it. You said it.
I meant DD.
Yeah, DD. But how would you? DD's 2 Ds.
Just
right?
DD.
Yeah, it's 2 Ds. Double D. I think I'm just like Galaxy Rain. You guys aren't kidding. It's like if you looked up like top 10 adult jokes in like cartoons, that's probably in there. I think I'm ahead of the curve.
It's Teen Titans all over again.
Teen Titans? What do you mean?
I was referencing you and your brother.
Oh no, it's not like that at all.
That's what it is.
It's a completely different thing.
I think that does it for my list, though. That's it.
You have any honorable mentions you would say?
I struggled coming up with what I had. No.
You didn't watch like anything else?
What?
You didn't watch like anything else that was good?
I don't think that I can remember off the top of my head, at least. Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry was on my list.
Yeah.
I remember that being more of a fever dream when I watched it. Cause I remember that one snow episode where Jerry was outside Tom was outside in the snow in a building.
There was like a bajillion episods, and I'm sure like at least 90 of them are in the snow.
There was like a blizzard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like 90 of them are in the snow. They're
He
in
like
the north.
died, and Jerry took him in and had to like.
Oh, I know
warm
what
him
episode
up.
he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
Didn't the show end with them both in like committing suicide?
Yeah, they both sat in front of a train because like Tom was like depressed, and then Jerry pulled up and he was depressed, and they sat in front of a train. Like they sat on the tracks, and then you see the train come, and then that's just how it ended.
It's crazy.
So it's like implied that they killed themselves.
Yeah. Anyways.
You should have took Wile E. Coyote as your list, Jose. Resident Boomer. Wile E. Coyote would fit you.
That would have just been Looney Tunes.
That would have been Looney Tunes, yeah.
No, he has his own cartoon on Boomerang, I remember.
What? No, he doesn't.
Oh, they had like a remake with Wile E.
Yeah.
Coyote, but that one was ass.
The Roadrunner show.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
that's
the
what it
Roadrunner
was.
show,
Yeah, the
yeah.
Roadrunner show, yeah.
Ass, bro.
It was.
Okay.
I thought Roadrunner.
But like I know a lot of like my dad was like this show was good. He was like this because like I was watching at the time it was like that was on and then like Looney Tunes show and I was waiting for Looney Tunes show because I was like I want to watch this episode of Looney Tunes show and he was like Roadrunner show low-key better than Looney Tunes show. I was like no it's not. You're just old.
You and I talked about it. Looney Tunes show was goated.
Yeah, you're just old, Dad.
Talking about like that remake.
Yeah, with like it follows like Bugs and.
You thought that was good?
Yes, that was a good show.
What?
I think it's a hot take, but like
Hot take, like, that was a good
Looney
show.
Tunes It was a good show.
Well, that's another thing. Looney Tunes almost made my list as well, but I think I substituted for Tom and Jerry. But
Yeah,
that's crazy that you actually like that show.
I guess
It's a good show.
It's a good show.
Like that. But you can go on with your list.
So for me, I actually made 2 lists
Right.
because I had one list with a bunch of shows that I liked, but I thought that a bunch of shows would be duplicates, so I made like a different list with a little more niche picks, which apparently my niche picks are also pretty niche for y'all as well. So should I do like my original list and then go to my current list, or what?
Just do your original list.
Okay, so my original list, there's a couple duplicates. So Teen Titans, which we already talked about, Gravity Falls, Regular Show, Tom and Jerry, Total Drama Island, SpongeBob.
Damn.
bar for bar.
And then I also have Looney Tunes, and then in parentheses like the Looney Tunes show, because like I couldn't really put one above the other because I liked them both a lot.
You couldn't put Looney Tunes over the Looney Tunes show, yeah.
David, I just said I love the show.
The Looney Tunes show is not bad, Devin. Nigga, you're asleep. It's not.
That's why
I
put it in parentheses. Looney Tunes
Go
show.
rewatch the show, Devin. It's not bad at all.
If you give it a fair chance, because
I
there's
think
that one scene
you're
where
asleep
I
on it.
love the one episode where Bugs gets imprisoned for like 10 years or some shit, and then Daffy pulls up with like the whole U.S. Army and like shoots up the whole base, and they're shooting at each other like
Daffy was a
firefights, and they're
menace.
saving Bugs. And Bugs is like the Bond beard, and he's like, "Come on, get over here!" And they get in the helicopter and they fly away. It was a fun show. I love that show,
Honestly,
But I'm not saying that it's necessarily better. It's just I couldn't really justify putting one Looney Tunes over the other because I'm like they're both good. I like them both. They were both a part of my childhood. I want to keep them on there. And then another one I have on the OG was Family Guy. And I was, cause like Family Guy was a big part of my childhood. I watched it all the time. Like you said for SpongeBob, like you could put at a certain point, I think it's like between season 1 and 14 or 13 or whatever, I could bar for bar name, like do every word. Put me in the middle of an episode, any episode, I can go like the next 4 lines. Because I watched it so much.
We were looking at a Discord call, and I was like, I know damn well Family Guy's in your list. He's like, no, it's not.
This is my original list.
I know for sure.
You thought someone was gonna choose Family Guy, Tyler?
I thought Jose would have picked Family Guy, or I thought Deven may have picked Family Guy too.
No, I don't fuck with Family Guy like that.
South Park.
But I was like, I think someone might, so it's not. This is like my original list, and then I also have Adventure Time on my original list, which brings me into Adventure Time being on my current list.
You thought someone was gonna take Adventure Time too?
No, that's why it's still on my current list, because that's my original list. That's not just like shows I think people are gonna say. Like that was my original list, my 3x3. So then brings me into Adventure Time as not my number one, but like number one I'm gonna talk about. There's just something about Adventure Time because it came on when we were in like, when did it start, like 5th grade?
We were in like middle school. It was like going.
No, it started earlier.
It was like going into middle school, Tyler.
2013.
Yeah, it was.
I think
I'm pretty sure it was like earlier. Was it not?
Did middle school? Yeah, I think so too.
I thought it was like
2011 or something.
5th grade or something.
Yeah,
like I distinctly
no,
it for sure was because I distinctly remember someone drawing in an Adventure Time coloring book on the park. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
We were on the playground and someone was drawing in an Adventure Time coloring book. And they're like, "Do you see that latest episode?" And I'm like, because they were talking about like the deer episode, and I was like, "Yeah, that's a crazy episode." That shit was scary. That scared me when I was a kid. I was like, "Fuck, man, this is something."
Yeah,
I know Adventure Time came out before I even like moved here. So.
No, the deer episode scared the crap out of me when I was younger.
What's the deer episode?
So basically, I forget exactly what happens at the beginning, but Finn hits his head, or Finn and Jake get in like an accident, don't they?
So, well, the accident was them finding deer. What happens is,
what happens
is they're just in the Candy Kingdom, they're chilling, they're having fun. A deer just going on a rampage, bro. That nigga's being a menace. Finn and Jake try to fight the deer to get knocked out. Finn wakes up. He's in a hospital.
It's like a 6 month later.
Yeah, he's 6 months later. He's in a hospital bed. He's in a wheelchair. His legs
are broken. Yeah.
Oh yeah, before he got knocked out, the deer just broke his legs.
The deer
he cursed up.
The deer, because Finn got hit into a wall, and the deer was like, and buckled both of his knees.
That's crazy.
No, he double tapped him. He's like,
oh yeah, because he broke it right here and here. He's like, bro. And then Jake gets hit and hits his head.
Yeah.
So then Finn wakes up in the hospital. So he's in the wheelchair, and he goes out, and he's the only one there. And then he finally meets Jake, and Jake is like crazy,
yeah,
like he's
insane.
mentally insane, and he's like trying to like, oh, I do this and I can bring them back, and Lady Rainicorn and Princess Bubblegum. He has like little figures, like SpongeBob does with like the tissue, the penny, and the chip.
Yeah.
So that's what he does with like a bunch of figures, and he's like, they're here with me right now, like everyone's here, we're having a party, it's your birthday, or it's Jake's birthday.
Yeah, it's Jake's birthday.
It's Jake's birthday. So then Finn hears noises coming from the sewer. But every time he goes to the sewer to investigate, Jake stops him. He's like, "You don't go in the sewer. You stay with me. We're having a birthday party. It's my birthday." And then Finn eventually like, "Hey, Jake, let's, balloons. I'm gonna get you balloons and candy. We're gonna have your birthday party." And then Finn's trying to go, and Jake's trying to catch him. And then Finn breaks out of the cast because at that point his legs are healed. So like he has to like run, and he breaks the cast and then runs and dives in the sewer. And then in the sewer, he finds the deer who's licking all the candy people and like sticking them on the wall. And it's like, I remember it's earwax or it's just like it's mucus.
I don't know. It's some yellowish thing. He also has hands for some reason.
Yeah, well, that's like actually because Finn goes to fight the deer, and the deer has the hooves, and he takes them off like gloves. And
he's like, remove my hand.
He's fighting him. He's like, it's too hard. He takes them off. He goes like that. It's crazy. But that episode scared me. I don't know why. It was a weird episode. It scared me so much. That and the zombie candy episode.
That scared you, dude? That's the first episode.
Is it? Yeah, that one scared me a little bit because I was like, because like I always had like a little fear of zombies when I was younger, which I'm over now. But I just think Adventure Time is really good. I haven't seen the later seasons because it got to a point where I just got behind, and then it was a lot to catch up, and then it was on like specific streaming platforms. Like I didn't have them.
But I heard it got really good. Like
I heard the ending's pretty good. Oh, I also love the stuff with like, well, the snail. The snail's in every episode, and it's also in the multiverses. It's in the treehouse arena. The snail's in every episode, and then Sheldon. And then there's like the stuff with like the Lich. The Lich is pretty cool. Yeah, all the lore behind the Lich and like is his name Glob, who's like the god.
Yeah, the whole like universe
Lore
of
is
Adventure Time
crazy.
is really good. Glob is that guy though.
Yeah, Glob is like
That Glob is
like,
that
because the Lich,
he's the final boss.
Because the backstory was like the Lich was a cult member who served Glob, and then the Lich got all of his powers serving Glob. So like all the vast powers of the Lich is just a derivative of Glob's powers, and Glob is crazy.
Yeah, when Glob shows up, no one's touching him. That guy just warps reality. He's like, oh, okay, die.
Yeah, like when Lich was like fall.
He's like,
No, like that. I just love Adventure Time. I can't wait to rewatch it so I can actually finally watch like the later episodes and whatever. And I also like a lot of like the music, like the songs that come from that too are really cool, especially like Marceline and stuff.
Marceline, yeah.
Marceline goes dummy with the music. And it's just fun. Like I so much I can say about it. It was just...
Episode where Finn saw her naked. He was like, oh my god.
I also remember when they snuck into her house and they were trying to be quiet.
Yeah,
and Jake,
that's the same episode.
Well, yeah, but like Jake, like the spider bites Jake. Jake's like
Oh yeah.
he's like finally screaming.
Didn't Finn do like the layup? He was like, when Marshall was walking by, he was like,
I don't remember Marceline having double D's like that, bro. Pretty sure she was flat chested.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I remember that.
No, but I remember like they were trying to hide and Finn had like the lamp and he was like,
he was like,
he was just standing there. No, Adventure Time is just, I just love Adventure Time. Not much I can say about it. It was.
I remember Lemon Drop.
Lemon Drop was crazy. Like the Lemon Drop Kingdom, that shit was.
that episode was, that's a scary episode.
No, like everything about
returning character though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's because
Yeah.
so basically he Bubblegum made him, and then he thought he had a right to the kingdom because Bubblegum gets reverted back to when she was 13, and then he's like, well, because no one else steps in and she made me, then I have the right to the kingdom.
Yeah.
So then the whole thing happened with that, and they had to sabotage Lemon Grab, and then like he went off and made his own kingdom, but he was like lonely, so then Bubblegum made him like a good version of himself. So there's like Lemon Grab is black, has like the black suit, and then the black outfit, and then the other version has like the white outfit, like yin and yang. And then
he ate each other.
No, like 2 seasons later, they came, 2 seasons later,
They ate each other.
2 seasons later, Finn and Jake come back, and every lemon person that they make, that Lemon Grab makes, he like eats them, and then like they eat, and like they're both fat, and they're like, "Rah!" and they try to eat them. It was crazy.
And you go inside the kingdom, like the organs and shit. That shit was.
Yeah, that was a scary episode.
They went
Not scary,
through
it was
rooms,
creepy.
and the kingdom's like a living organism.
Yeah.
And like there was one room where the guy was just screaming. He's like, ah! And then his head blew up. I was like, what am I watching?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I also like the Infinity Train episode, where they're on a train that's just in a big circle, and they have to like go to each room and they beat the room and they like get items, they level up and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And like Jake wants to leave and Finn's like, yeah, you can leave. I'm chilling here.
I'm chilling here.
And then
bro.
they just do all
I'm
this
like a
stuff.
whole like 9 like arch wizard. I was
Yeah,
like, what?
exactly. You have like reclassing and like getting better stuff, and then that was pretty cool. It's just like Adventure Time just has like overall, because like it has like the episodic nature. There's also like major overarching themes that go over like the entire seasons. I just love Adventure Time. There's not much I can say about it.
Yeah, Adventure Time is one of those shows I only watched like a couple episodes of. I've never like finished a full thing. Like I know because of Tyler that each episode changes when he has a different sword. So like I know I've seen episodes from different seasons before. Sometimes he's had like a robot arm, and whatnot.
Oh yeah, because so what happens is he goes on this like adventure to get like a weapon, and he goes to like the grass kingdom, or like the hill with the grass, and then like the grass like fuses with his body, so it's like a blade of grass wrapped on his arm, and he could like make it into a sword. And then when he finds his dad, who's in like an intergalactic prison, like a spoiler alert, he's in an intergalactic prison, and then they try to fly away because his dad's like, fuck you, I don't care about you. So then Finn like grabs the ship, and he's trying to hold on to the ship and the earth to keep him like, so he can keep his dad. And then eventually like the thing sprouts into like a tree, and he's holding on to it, and then it gets teared off, and that's when he loses his arm. And then like the flower buds, and it's like a little nub.
Yeah.
And then he gets the robotic arm.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've only
I also
seen
love the
episodes
pillow
here and there.
episode.
Pillow episode, the pillow fort.
Yeah, the pillow fort.
That was pretty cool.
That was funny. And
He goes to
I
a
love
different reality.
Yeah, he has like a whole different reality. He has like a whole family. Like he fucked a pillow
Yeah,
and had
get
the
that
kids.
Pelosi.
He had kids and like grandkids and great grandkids.
Pelosi must have gone crazy, bro. He
I
had
know.
like 5 kids.
I know. She must have been throwing back or something.
pillow wussy?
Yeah, bro. He had like 5 kids,
Pelosi,
right? He was
bro.
like,
He had like 5 kids and like 20 grandkids. Like it was
insane,
crazy.
bro.
But I remember like one scene where Jake's like talking about letting go, and he's like, "See this mug? It's my favorite mug. it don't exist no more.
threw it at the wall.
He throws it away and breaks. He's like, it doesn't exist anymore, so I'm not sad. It was pretty crazy, but Adventure Time, I just love it. So on my current list, I also have Teen Titans, Gravity Falls, and Regular Show, which we've already talked about. I also had the original Ben 10, but you took Alien first, you took OG, so I guess I'll take Ultimate Alien. Ultimate Alien was really fun because I liked the mechanic of they train in battles nonstop inside the Omnitrix, so they get the ultimate forms. And I think my favorite Ultimate Alien is probably Ultimate Swampfire. He was really cool. I like the design with the blue and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was just really cool. I just because I think the three of OG into Alien Force into Ultimate Alien, like the trio, the trilogy, I guess, like it was just, they're all just phenomenal because it's one big story. And it's really cool seeing like the universe get built. You have like Ben 10,000 and like the future Bens, like all the different versions and whatever.
Oh, Nigga Ben too, the nigga with the red and the
white hair.
White hair, yeah.
Like, it's just everything about Ben 10. I loved it. I had like a little like fake Omnitrix, and I'd go in the backyard with my cousin and we played Ben 10. Like, I just remember this. It's just,
I think I still have mine somewhere,
good.
actually.
I just love it. You know, I mean,
pretty good.
We already talked about it. But again, yeah, Ultimate Alien.
Favorite Alien?
What?
Favorite Alien? We all did a favorite Alien. I did one.
Oh, I said Swampfire.
Swampfire as well? Okay.
Well, I would have said like
well, not as well, but...
Diamondback's pretty cool. I always kind of like
Diamond Head?
Yeah,
or
Diamond Head.
Diamond Head.
Or is
yeah.
it Diamond Block?
No, it's Diamond Head.
No, it's Diamond Head. Yeah.
And then
I was thinking Diamondback because the team. No, he was really cool, but I guess I'd have to put Swampfire, and then like Ultimate Swampfire was like super cool too.
We got Swampfire, Big Chill. And you said what? Accelerate?
I said Upgrade.
Upgrade's pretty
Upgrade,
cool.
yeah.
Upgrade's pretty cool too.
Have you ever seen Ben 10? Do you have one?
I remember watching it. Yeah.
Who'd you say your favorite is?
Wild Mutt?
Upchuck?
Accelerate.
Of course.
Basic.
How do you spell accelerate?
XLR8.
Oh, this guy knows his stuff.
He's
He
a
knows his
fan.
stuff. Hey, he knows his stuff.
Ben 10 enthusiast, Jose. Okay.
Hey, he knows his shit. Okay.
No props, Jose, props.
Hey, props. No, I remember when it was December 12th, 2012. Because Ben 10, they made a big thing and they had like an hour long. It was Ultimate. I think it was Ultimate Alien. It was 12, and it was like the big thing is that's never gonna happen again because we don't have 13 months until like 100 years. So then they were like, we're gonna release an hour long episode special. And I think it was when Ben was with the girl that played tennis, and then like he was trying to like win her over, but then eventually like it just didn't happen. I don't know why. I just distinctly remember it was like 12, and Crush was like, it's 12, you know, it's a big deal, and blah, blah, blah. I also remember like the 11. That was a big one too. What?
For Kevin 11?
No, it was Ben 10 a new thing. I just remember Cartoon Network was like 11,
Yeah.
because you know like 11 is like the wish thing. They're like 11 at 11.
Missed opportunity. 11, Kevin 11.
Well, because like
Would've been perfect.
I forget what it was. They were marketing some show. I forget what show they were marketing, but it was gonna be released at 11 a.m. on 11.
That's cool.
It was pretty cool. But yeah, that's my Benson. Okay, and then these are like, I think are gonna be super niche.
So this is like your niche pick.
Yeah. So the last remaining three. Oh wait, no, I have 4. So I'll go into 16. Do y'all know what 16 is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a show about 6 teenagers who are all 16 and they go to the mall. And they have like jobs and stuff, and it's basically just like them living through their high school lives.
The creators that made Total Drama Island.
Yeah, like 16.
They were horny.
Yeah, they were.
Okay,
fucking
yeah,
horny.
they were horny.
Like,
Okay. Man, they're the same creators, bro. What are we doing?
No, like everyone shoots a shot. They're all like passing each other around. It was pretty crazy. But I mean, I don't know. There's not much that happened in that show. That's when I first learned like the 20-minute thing when you're eating food, because there was a Thanksgiving episode and they wanted to eat a lot of food, and they're like, you just gotta you have 20 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes before your brain realizes that your stomach's full, so you just gotta eat as much as you can. I think there was like a food eating competition, like you just gotta eat as much as you can before the time, or else you're gonna start getting full and you're gonna stop eating. But I mean, it was just a fun show. I mean, there wasn't really anything specific that stood out. We did have some baddies.
Yeah,
But
they go with the purple hair,
yeah,
the black jeans.
yeah, they had some baddies. It was a good show. I mean,
No, Jose, bro.
he's like
Jose.
fiending over a 16-year-old, but
Yeah, he's
okay.
Yeah, at the time
he's
I
going
was.
crazy. But I mean, I think that wraps up that one. That one, there's not much to say about it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. There's not much, about it. But
Yeah,
the next one I'll go is the Powerpuff Girls. Now, this one was like, I didn't know if I wanted to put it because I used to watch it a lot. But looking back on it, it does have a big thing. And the thing that, like, with the professor leading into Samurai Jack and, like, that whole theory, which I full-heartedly believe. I mean, I don't know. It was just good.
What?
I don't know what to say. Well, because
What were you gonna say?
the
I'm
professor
confused.
looks like Samurai Jack.
Oh, you're talking about that theory.
And then there's like when Samurai Jack was walking through like the town that was destroyed, it had the same skyline. It had the same exact billboard as Powerpuff Girls, and he walked past a house that looked like his old house. So it's like a theory that like it's a post-apocalyptic world, and then he's became Samurai Jack.
What happened to his daughters?
They died.
Who killed the Powerpuff Girls?
What the fuck? I haven't seen Samurai Jack, but the main villain.
The devil with the green lips.
And
The
like,
red-
the
That
transvestite
nigga strong
villain.
enough to beat the Powerpuff Girls?
He's like the main villain for Samurai Jack he scales pretty high.
He's like a demon or some shit.
Yeah, he scales pretty high
But
though.
the Powerpuff Girls, though.
They're the Powerpuff.
But the Powerpuff Girls, they were made with sugar and
it's a-
spice and everything, sugar and spice and everything nice.
And then like Agent
an
X or
accident.
whatever,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Agent X, yeah.
I don't know. I forget what it's called. But it's like the little black goop, and he hits it, and it's like
Yeah.
it makes it.
I remember that one scene where it's like they were telling their friend, they're like, "Oh yeah, we were made by accident."
And she's like, "Me too."
She's like, "Me too." I was a kid. I was like, "What does she mean by that? She's also an experiment."
I thought that too, and I was like,
I was like,
No, but I
"Oh,
think
she's
the-
gonna come back later. She's gonna be like a superhero too."
I think what carried the show for me a lot was like the villains, like Mojo Jojo, the Gangrene Gang. There's the
Mojo Jojo.
devil. There's just, the villains were just so funny. And like I said earlier, there was that scene where Mojo Jojo's in prison, he literally just reading a book, and they just like bust and start popping his ass. His brain's like hanging out, and he's like all beat up. It's just funny, But I think the villains really did make that show for me. And I know it's like unpopular because it's like, oh, it's for girls. No, like that's a good show. If you watch it, it's a good show.
I don't think anyone says Powerpuff Girls is for girls.
When I was younger, they did. Because
Oh,
it's
maybe.
because they're girl superheroes. Like it's marketed for girls, and it's like no, if you actually watch it,
That was everything.
you mean everything.
Everything was marketed boys versus girls.
Yeah, that's yeah. So like that wasn't like a boy show. Well, it kind of is if you watch it, but it's like it was. People assumed it was a girl show because it's female protagonists.
I don't know, man, because I think maybe, but like, I don't think Kim Possible was that way. No, because Kim Possible as a main protagonist was a woman, but no one really thought it was aimed for women.
Well, and they were also like kids.
Yeah.
So it's like people are like, oh, it's just like it's a girl show, and it's like very cartoony.
Okay.
But they just assumed it was a girl show. Because like there's cartoons and there's like cartoony cartoons, and Powerpuff Girls is like a very cartoony cartoon. People assumed it was a girl show. But
Okay.
I love the villains. It was so good. So my second to last one is gonna be Mad, or Mad TV. Yeah. Yes. I loved Mad. I loved the randomness of it. Like that's a show I think that did random well, because it was very strange, and they had like different things like Spy versus Spy and stuff like that. And
Mad.
Mad.
Something to say about
It's good.
Mad? You don't like Mad? You think Mad's mid?
It also like took a good it took spins on pop culture a lot, which I really enjoyed, because like I wouldn't see like movies like Ocean's 11 stuff. I've never seen it, but like I would see the show and I'm like, it's funny, and they make fun of it.
It's like what Robot Chicken does?
It's like Robot Chicken but for kids.
Oh, it's for kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's worse.
Well, it doesn't get as gruesome. It doesn't get as gruesome. They mostly just because it's based off of a comic book or like a comic series, but it's mostly like you take a random idea like Middle Earth, and then it's like Middle Earth middle school. So it's like them in middle school and they're doing all their stuff, but it's in Middle Earth. It's pretty random.
Dude, they had an episode where they had the Rio Bird come a Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
yes. I was like, this is dumb. I don't want to watch this.
No, I love
The Rio
that.
Bird's like, all Green Lantern might. I was like, why am I watching
Oh, the
this?
Rio Bird? Like
Yeah,
from the Rio movie?
he gave a Green Lantern. I was like, why?
No, I loved it, bro. I loved every aspect of Mad. That was a show I think did random well, in my opinion. Because it kind of like does stuff like Gumball, where it's like you have one thing and like they'll keep coming back to it. Like they'll cut away and then come back and then cut away. It's because like Robot Chicken too. They cut away and come back, cut away, come back. And they keep continuing the joke.
Yeah.
But I think they did it really well. And then my champion, my big number one is Futurama.
How come that was not in your original list?
Because I was thinking like Family Guy had more of an impact, and when I was making the current list, I was like, you know what? No, Futurama definitely had more of an impact on me.
So like, so would Futurama go in your real list over Family Guy then? Would you flip it?
Yeah, I would change it now, but that was just what I originally had. So I was like, I don't want to tamper with that.
Futurama is your favorite cartoon of
all time. Futurama is my #1 all time. I love the idea of going into the future, and it's cool seeing it develop because it's Matt Groening, so it's the same as The Simpsons. And it's cool seeing them develop throughout time because it started in '99. So like a lot of stuff was like in 1999, what would like the idea of the future be? But then you have like these things like the Hall of Presidents, which it's like they have heads in jars, and they're like talking heads, so they're still alive, but it's just the head. And they have the Hall of Presidents, so it's every president, but it only goes up to Bill Clinton because they don't know what the presidents are. And then as you progress through the series and as it goes through our time and we get more presidents, they show the presidents' heads in the thing. And then,
so like in the show, do they just like stop walking, or is it like empty, or is it like shadowed out or something? What do they do?
No, it's like it's a hard cutoff.
Like, so I'm saying, like, are they hiding it from you, or like there it doesn't exist?
No, it doesn't exist in the show. And then like eventually, like you'll see George Bush, and then he's in the Hall of Presidents. I don't remember if they see Obama or not. But then there's like a scene where it's like Leonard Nimoy, because you know he's dead like, in our timeline. So it's like he died, and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were dead." And he's like, "Nah, I was just like joking."
Yeah.
And then he has like his whole thing with the Star Trek thing. But the ending of Futurama is like one of the best endings in cartoons, like adult cartoons that I've seen, because it's literally a time loop. So Fry is stuck in a time loop, and he keeps going in this loop, and then because he has this remote that rewinds time every 10 seconds. Ooh. But it takes 10 seconds to recharge.
Sad.
Yeah, the ending was so sad, but it's like the remote rewinds it 10 seconds, but it takes 10 seconds to recharge. So he was falling off a building. He's like, "Oh wait, I'm falling. I can just like rewind time." But then he rewinds it, and he's already falling, so he's stuck in an endless loop. And then the professor makes this like little dome thing out of rocks that doesn't get affected by the time skip. So they're moving it to try to get Fry and save him. But the professor, I think Bender either pushed him out or he steps out, and he gets erased from time because he was in a thing that technically didn't exist there 10 seconds ago. So when Fry reverts time, he just disappears, right? And then he eventually ends up, Bender saves him, and then he falls on the remote, destroying it, so then time's frozen. But Leela is still safe, so him and Leela have like their entire life. They explore the world in a frozen time, and then at the end they're old, and Fry tries to fix it. And then there's this wormhole that opens up, and the professor's in the wormhole. He's like, "I finally found you. Fix the remote." And he's like, "I fixed it, but I can only go back to when you were first frozen in the 1999. And then Leela's like, or Fry's like, "Well, you want to try this adventure again?" And then it goes back to the first episode.
Yeah,
so it's just endless time loop.
Yeah, I heard they're bringing it back, and there's some backlash because you know that's how it is ended. It's a time loop.
It's a time loop. Yeah.
So they're trying to bring it back and like try to like make a divergent timeline.
Yeah.
Because didn't they make another show like the Disenchantment? Right? Isn't that also?
It's the same. It's the same people. It's like Disenchantment is another one. But
that's a different complete show.
Well, I know.
It's like it sets place in like medieval times, but the jokes don't land. They force comedy. It's just not good. Because I was like, "Oh look, they have a show that's made by the same people," and then I did it. I watched it and it was ass.
Yeah.
So you don't have faith in a Futurama return then either?
I don't want Futurama to return.
Yeah, well, like, it ended so well.
Like, well, if you said the diverting timeline thing, if it's like an,
I think that would be dumb.
Alternate universe.
Because at that point, I would view it as a money grab, not just as like they actually want to continue the story.
Every show is a money grab.
Yeah, everything's a money grab, but like I would assume that that's not them wanting to continue the story. That's them wanting to just get a cheap buck because they know people like Futurama. I think the way it ended is a perfect ending.
But even what if they're passionate about making more stories?
I guess I just have to see.
That would be.
But it did get kind of stale towards the end because they were bringing back a lot of old stuff. They would put new spins on it, but they would bring back a lot of old stuff, like the moon, like the adventure park on the moon.
Well, how long did it go for?
It depends.
It started in '99.
Well,
like 4 or 5 years.
No, there's way more. Year-wise, I think it went up until like I don't remember. It ended like a couple of years back.
No, it did.
Not like a couple. Like it ended.
Ended in 2020.
Like 2012 or something like that.
No, 2013.
2013, yeah. So like basically 2012 or some shit. Yeah, so 2013. But I think it's like because it got canceled and then it came back. It got canceled and then it came back. And then they made like a joke about like, oh, there's an evil corporation named Fox. It's like a Fox but with 2 X's, and then they're like
Fox News,
like because it was a Fox show. So it was like Fox with 2 X's. Like they tried to cancel our delivery service, but then they got ground up in a talcum powder, and they like got like the execs were like they're retarded, and then they got destroyed, and the new execs are like, so we're back on the air in our spaceship, and then like because like they're putting jokes like we're back on the air for the show, but it's like they're in the spaceship. But there's contention. I think it's like technically 10 seasons, because like season 6 it's 4 episodes, but they're 2 hours or 1.5 to 2 hours long. I'm pretty sure
They're movies,
So,
aren't they?
They're not movies, they're episodes, because they were split into 4 episodes each, 3 to 4 episodes each. But it's like it's one big overarching story for the whole season. It's not gonna fall.
just leave it. It was fine the whole time.
Just don't touch it. But it's like long form, but it's a bunch of overarching. It's one overarching story about like saving the world or whatever. But Futurama's my goat, my number 1.
It's understandable.
Yeah. So those were all of our lists. Do you have any like final thoughts? You would like any like honorable mentions that you would say?
I mean, honorable mentions like Looney Tunes Show, stuff like that. The things that were on the original list, that some of them that like I didn't put on. Like Family Guy's obviously an honorable mention. It was a big impact on my youth.
The shows I was thinking about, I didn't want to say earlier as honorable mentions because I wanted to make sure no one else had these. I was thinking of like Kim Possible, Amazing World of Gumball, like those.
Gumball's an honorable mention for sure. Yeah, I like the clown. That was funny because it's the same as like the snail, Sheldon the snail in Adventure Time. The clown's in every episode.
Yeah. And
I forget his name, but it's the guy like the villain or the antagonist for Gumball and Darwin who gets stuck in the other dimension. And when they save him, he's like, he's coming, or it's coming. You can't prevent it. He's been here the whole time. And if you rewatch it, the clown is in every episode. So it's like the clown is like the big bad.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh yeah, they kept forgetting his name.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
I watched him, Steven. He's like,
Danny Phantom as well. That one as well.
Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah. How could you forget that guy? He's an icon.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much. Everyone had some good lists. Jose's were strange for sure. I only knew like
a lot of kids shows.
I only knew like 3 of them, I think.
But you're gonna watch Flapjack, so it's all good.
I'm gonna watch Flapjack.
I'm
gonna
watch Flapjack, and I'm gonna watch a regular show again too.
Yeah.
And I might watch Adventure Time, but it's pretty long. It's like 5-7 seasons, right?
Is it?
It's longer. I think it's like 8 seasons.
8 seasons. Yeah, it's like I don't know.
Adventure Time is super long. That's why like I ended up dropping it because like something came up and I didn't watch it because I was watching it online when it was finished. And I got like 5 or 6 seasons in, and then something came up and I was like, I didn't watch it for a week, and I just got busy, you know. How many seasons?
But yeah,
10.
Those 10 seasons.
283
so
episodes.
Dude, oh my. Yeah, there's no shot I can watch Adventure Time.
Damn.
Especially because I remember season 1. Season 1 wasn't even good. I think my favorite episodes of Adventure Time are later.
They're like episodes.
Well, no, once they start diving into like the Lich and stuff like that, and they have like the Liches.
That's when it really took off. Is what I remember.
Yeah, it's getting better because you start actually seeing like, okay, this is like, or like even like Marceline's past with the Ice King. And how,
exactly.
Like he raised her from a kid, and then he used the crown to stop them, and the crown eventually took over. Which is why in the episode where Marceline had all the lyrics about how she like was writing songs, and the Ice King brought his drum and his piano because he wanted to play a song with Marceline, and that's why like it was so impactful because the Ice King, he's singing the song and he's singing the lyrics. It's about how Simon, which is like his real self, was raising Marceline because it's Marceline's lyrics, and how Marceline misses him, but he's completely unaffected because the crown's not making him be affected. So then Marceline's like bawling her eyes out, she's crying, she's so emotional, and he's like, why are you crying?
What's the big idea? What's going on?
He's like, I thought we were vibing, it was a good song. And Marceline's like, you don't understand the background of the song, not because you forgot it, it's because the crown's making you not remember it. And it's really cool because you kind of get those you get like the background, the lore for that.
Well, the way what I was trying to say though is like I think Adventure Time like eventually finds like a spot, and then that's when they start hitting their
exactly.
Yeah,
I think it's
early on shows don't usually just right on the on episode 1 they don't just hit it usually.
Yeah,
it usually takes them a minute to figure out what
they get
doing.
their groove.
Yeah, not every show's gonna have a good episode 1. Sometimes they do. I think Troll Drama Island has a good one, but like most shows don't do that. It's usually around episode 5-ish, or maybe sometimes season 2.
I agree. Adventure Time season 1 was kind of bad. 2 was getting better. I think like 4 or 5 is when it starts really picking up, because 3 is kind of just like, it's good.
Yeah.
Not really anything bad to say about it, not anything great to say about it. I mean, there's a couple episodes that stand out that were like better, but 4 and 5 is just where it really hit its stride, sort of going.
I think it's probably because when like a lot of shows are trying to like start out being a show, they'll just like start by doing what they know to do to sell, and then if they realize, okay, people like our show, let's start lore now. They don't go into it of, we're gonna make this our storyline and we're gonna follow that storyline. Most of the time, they're just like, let's just be episodic, see if they like it, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I think like we talked about, Adventure Time, it came out during the golden age, so it was competing against a lot of different things. So they didn't want to, because the lore episodes, be frank, are slow. Because like it takes time to develop lore. They're not gonna be like jam-packed action all the time, but you're competing against other shows like Gumball or a regular show or whatever, and you kind of have to do episodic until you're established, and it's like, okay, now we can start getting the lore going, get some of the slower stuff, because we know at the end of the season it's gonna pay off. So they don't have to worry about every episode being like, this could be the last episode. They can just say, we're guaranteed 2 seasons, so let's use those full 2 seasons.
I think the reason Gravity Falls was able to just say, no, we're just going to go straight in, tell you what we want to tell you, and dip, is because they were on Disney XD. There was no cartoons they're competing with. It was just like them, and then live action shows. They weren't really had no competition, so they can just do what they wanted to do.
Exactly.
And they had faith in the writer completely. They were like, yeah,
which,
do your thing.
I mean, good. That's smart, because he did a phenomenal job.
Exactly. I love it when studios just have complete faith in their guy. Like, yeah, you're the guy, make this show and do it. Like Vince Gilligan with his Breaking Bad universe. Like, it's your universe.
Let you do your thing.
Yeah, and
then Better Call Saul, and then El Camino, and his thing.
Anyways, good time here though. I had fun.
Yeah,
make sure you guys vote down below in the poll for the cartoon and also the award show. Both of them are gonna be down there. The award show will be in the next episode as well, and the one after that. Actually, probably not the one after that. It'll probably just be the next one.
Yeah,
because it ends. It'll end August 19th or August 18th. We'll
18th,
say. Yeah, it ends August 18th. Just make sure you get your votes in before that time happens. And remember, follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Anchor. Follow TikTok. You can follow the Jowp Shorts
comment,
as well.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe would
a
be
big
nice.
thing with the polls. We can see what you like, but we don't see everything. There's just numbers. So tell us what you really think. What would you add? What would you take away, etc.
Exactly. We're always down for feedback. All right, and we'll see you next time.